What's up, Cap? That was fast. I love you. I love you, Cap. You were first. Oh shit! We got Evan already. Ah! It's Christmas. It's Christmas. Trying to get it up. One sec, sorry.
Goodness. Tokney, come up. I'm an evolutionary biologist. Come up. Come on. Come on, Tokney. Like, come on.
Did you say Tokney?
That's the guy.
It's Tony.
Oh, fuck. Okay, this is what happens when you get elevated about an hour before this. I'm now eating curry, so.
Oh, that sounds great, actually.
I had a rip about an hour and a half before, and now I'm having curry. Good day.
Hell yeah, brother. It's probably gonna be a bit slow since Godless is live, Justin's live, like everyone's live. So we're gonna get the scraps.
I was on Dalton's live a little bit.
I joined him for a bit today too.
Yeah, I've been joining a lot of lives, like Dalton and TVV a lot. I've been moving around.
TBV's been growing hella.
Oh yeah, no, he definitely deserves. He's very good at talking.
He's fucking awesome. I'm very impressed by him.
Yeah.
I expect to get the incel Phil bros. Hey, speaking of the devils,
Layman of Flamin.
it's
Layman of Flamin. Are you over the age of 18?
Hey, yeah, I am. Let me just put my headphones in.
yeah.
Alright. Alright, which god do you believe in?
I'm a Christian.
Do you have evidence for God? What's your best evidence?
I mean, there's a few different ones. I think the one I've been thinking about a lot lately is just how random everything is. The fact that we exist.
Well, that's due to evolution and biology.
You know what? I want to
just
try
the
something.
cosmology of it. But
Let's try a different approach today. Why do you think that randomness constitutes there being a god?
Well, when I think about the state that I was in before I was born, I don't remember or I'm aware of anything. And so I think it's more likely that after we pass away that there's going to be an explanation for why I was here versus just going back to a state like I was in before. I think that one over the other, it just makes more sense than the alternative.
How does that make more sense?
Well, I think, like, for no other reason, just an explanation, right?
Why do you think you deserve one?
Because I spend the majority of my life asking big questions like, what am I doing here? And what's the purpose of life and all that?
So
I think that begs an answer. I think that...
By what?
Huh?
What's supposed to answer you?
I think that's God. I think there's going to be like some sort of after action report, if you will, once this is all over. I just think it's too random for there not to be.
How does randomness again constitute there being an intelligent God? If it's random, it's just random.
Well, everything, well, I won't say everything because I know where that usually leads, but the majority of the things that we see in this life, or the things that I see in this life, have explanations for them,
Yeah.
right? Like, why is there water? Well,
Yeah.
water has many reasons, but one of them is to sustain life.
Yeah.
And so there's explanations for the majority of things here in this world. So it leads me to believe that there's going to be an explanation for why all of this existed to
We already
begin
have
with.
the answer.
To what? Life?
The universe, life, all of it.
Really? What is it?
The Big Bang Theory. There was a hot, dense state of energy that 13.8 billion years ago expanded thanks to dark energy. All the ingredients for life come from energy. Energy can't be created or destroyed. Energy exists, therefore it's always existed. The universe is eternal. There you go.
Well, that explains how the house was built. It doesn't explain how the materials got there.
Energy can't be created. So you can believe in a mythological Santa Claus that was never created, but you can't accept the evidence that demonstrates energy not being created. Energy that does exist and demonstrably exists versus imaginary God character that's never been demonstrated and has no evidence justifying its eternalness. Which one makes more sense? The one with evidence or the one in your mind?
So energy. I would ask you, where did the energy come from?
Energy can't be created. Energy exists. Therefore, it's always existed because it can't be created, but it does exist. The universe is energy. It was a hot, dense state of energy, and it expanded.
So you're saying that before the Big Bang, energy always existed?
Yeah, the Big Bang
Yeah,
Theory
hot,
literally
dense state.
states that there was a hot, dense state and then it expanded.
Past that point, you are correct. We don't know, but that does not mean God. Because
It's silly to believe anything prior to that. Time started
Like,
with the expansion, so why the fuck do I believe there's anything prior? The universe existed eternally because there's no such thing as time, and then it expanded with time expansion. Because time is just a construct of causal relation.
Consciousness.
Energy expanded. That's a causal relation.
So even if that were true, that would give more testament to there being a God than there wouldn't.
No, it wouldn't. For us to say that that would be evidence of a God, there would have to be something like a hand coming down and making energy and then pushing the energy out. Like you'd have to have evidence for a God to say that it points to a God.
Right. I would consider that to be God. I think we're on the same page there.
The universe, you can call it God, sure. That's called Spinoza's God or pantheism.
No, not the universe. The universe was created by God.
You have to prove that it was created.
The energy
can't be created.
Right, which is why I think it gives testament to there being a God, because you say that it's always existed.
So where did your God come from then?
That's in the same line of there being a God that's always existed.
Where did your God come from?
Maybe it's the energy you're talking about.
Again, you can worship energy if you want. It is the closest thing we're ever going to have to a God. The universe is the closest thing to God you'll ever have. But there's no evidence of it being created by some external fairy tale.
I don't think that argument holds up.
100% does. Break it down with evidence. If it doesn't hold up, you should be able to provide a defeater argument.
Right, because you're assuming that energy has existed before the Big Bang.
Tell me which premise you disagree with. Energy cannot be created.
Okay, you're using science in order to explain eternity.
Yeah.
Which premise do you disagree with? Premise 1, energy cannot be created. Yes or no?
Oh, okay, wait, one quick thing. Cash. The universe is a closed system, meaning the first law of thermodynamics applies to it. And back to it.
So, layman, first premise is energy can't be created. Do you agree or disagree?
Within the universe, I know for a fact that it cannot be created.
Correct. There's no other
Once it's already
universe, so there is
established.
nothing outside of the universe. Now, premise 2, since you agree with premise 1, premise 2, Energy exists.
In this universe, yeah, I think.
Yeah, there is
the
no other
first
universe.
question
Do you
kinda
want to
leads
do you
it.
want to provide evidence of another universe since you keep on saying in this universe? Do you want to provide something external?
No.
Okay, so I have no justification to believe there's anything external of our universe. So you agree with premise 1, you agree with premise 2. Therefore, energy has always existed. Because it can't be created and it does exist, it's always existed. We have evidence for that, but you have 0 for a god.
Okay, I'm not disagreeing with you, man.
Yeah, I know, you just agreed with the sound syllogism.
I know, I'm not disagreeing with you. What I'm suggesting is that if that is true, if
You
energy
didn't-
is...
It's not an if. You just agreed that the universe is eternal. You literally just
Hold on,
agreed.
hold on, man. You're bullying me a little bit here. Let me get
If
my
you
thought
feel
out.
bullied, it's because your cognitive dissonance is freaking the fuck out. Because you just learned that the universe is eternal and God doesn't exist.
No. What I'm saying is that if it is true that energy has always existed before the creation of time, that would be evidence of there being a God that has always existed.
Nope. Evidence for a God always existing would be evidence that points to a God.
It is for
Energy
me,
doesn't point to a God. How does energy point to a God?
because it's always existed in this hypothetical
That
situation.
has nothing to do with a God. It has everything to do with energy always existing. So where's God?
He's in the always existing with the energy. Maybe
Prove
it doesn't
that.
make sense for you. It makes perfect sense for me.
No. So energy cannot be created.
I'm
Energy
with
exists.
you, guy. I hear you.
Which
We've gone
part?
through this 3
Yeah.
or 4
Which part of
times.
this had anything to do with God? Which part of that had
The energy
energy?
always existing before creation.
Okay, so how does energy existing link
creation
to a God?
itself.
Provide me a causal link, a mechanism for God making energy.
It's within the energy always
That is
existing. They're
not an
two on the
answer.
same
You're
side.
just doing circular reasoning. You're just saying God exists because energy exists. That's all you're doing right now. You need to provide
Exactly.
evidence.
That's my answer. Yes.
That's literally a fallacy and false. It's called God of the
I
gas.
disagree-
It
I
is
disagree
begging
with
the
you.
question. There's no evidence for it. You're begging the question. It's a fallacy.
I disagree with you.
I don't care. Nuh-uh is
Clearly.
not an argument. You just
I think
saying,
you're looking for something that isn't there, brother.
yeah, your God doesn't exist. No shit.
You've hit the backstop. You've hit the backstop.
Yeah, the fact that there is no
You've
God.
come to God.
You worship energy.
Yeah, I mean, God is energy, so absolutely.
No, God doesn't exist. Energy does. You worship
just said
energy.
that. Why don't you? Let me ask you this: if God did exist, why
Doesn't
wouldn't
matter.
you want to follow Him?
Oh, because the God of the Bible, for instance, is fucking disgustingly genocidal, misogynistic, slave condoning, etc., etc., etc. So even if he did exist, I would acknowledge that he exists and I would be a theist, but I wouldn't follow him. Vishnu, I could probably follow Vishnu. Odin, I could probably follow Odin, maybe. I'm still a little bit ignorant there. I'm completely ignorant on Hinduism. Energy, I could worship if it showed intelligence. Absolutely. More or less, I do worship the universe. It is the closest thing to God we will ever have. We have one earth that we need to take care of. The trees give us life. The sun gives us life. Gravity is why we don't float off. These are all natural things from the universe. We should be fucking taking care of it.
Okay, so if you worship this stuff, then
Well, I
why
don't worship
it
it
at all?
I'm saying it's the closest thing to a God and the closest thing to worshiping something I have. Because there's evidence for it.
Okay.
It does keep us alive, factually. There's no
certain
evidence
extent.
for God.
And then you die.
Yeah,
You strike me as a guy
our
that's
energy
very
goes
afraid of
back into
dying.
the ground. False.
Your mind reading class was horrible.
Oh, look at you using my line. I'm proud of you.
I like it. It's fun. Yeah, no, like I'm not at all scared of dying. I'm scared of the pain. The pain of death. I don't like pain. And I don't like the pain that'll cause after I die.
Yep.
But I'm not scared of what happens after death because I
Yeah.
don't think anything happens after that.
How are we supposed to fear nothingness?
Okay, so do you think we return to a state of non-existence?
We
like
know
we
for
were
a
in before we were
fact
born?
that we go back into the
Yeah.
ground and turn into energy. or transfer into
Yeah,
other energies
he's
like
tra-
heat.
Like we're not conscious at all. Like
How do you?
it is
How
the
do you?
true state of, because when you turn the brain off, you turn the consciousness off.
Yeah, so if the brain turns into heat and disintegrates into the ground as heat and other energy, consciousness goes bye-bye and we just go back with the universe.
Okay, so would it be safe to say then that you think or you believe that we go back to a state like we were in before we were born?
Yeah.
Effectively.
Okay. So with that being said, what would you
Non-existence.
say the purpose of all of
There
this
isn't.
is? Why are we here?
There's no inherent purpose, and you can't force an inherent purpose into life. Not every single person is capable of reproducing, therefore reproduction is not a purpose inherent to life. Career is not an inherent purpose to life. Not every single person wants to have a career, nor has the ability to have a career. Living life, you die. So purpose in life is 100% absolutely subjective to each individual in and of themselves. There's no inherent purpose. Your Bible even agrees with that if you read it. Ecclesiastes, best of luck.
Oof.
I've read the Bible. I grew up as a Christian. Your turn.
Oh, I could tell. So what would you say then is the reason we're here? What's your subjective
There isn't,
reason?
dude. There is no inherent purpose to life.
Hold on,
Subjectively,
slow down,
I don't
slow
necessarily
down.
have an answer.
Slow down, man. I'm with you. I'm tracking. What would you say the subjective purpose of this life is, in your own opinion?
There is, dude, I can have my own purpose for my own life. I cannot tell
what
you
I'm
what
asking
your
for.
life is.
Share with everybody, to the 43 people that are listening, what's the purpose in your world? Why are you here?
I don't have an answer to that right now.
That's what?
Yeah. Holy shit, right?
How? Wait, you're up here
Layman.
debating people about the purpose of life, but you don't have a stance?
Yep. Pretty much.
It's Layman. It's almost like he's 25 years old.
What are you arguing for?
There's no evidence for God, and
What are
you
you
have
defending?
completely agreed 100% with everything so far.
Do you see the prompt, Layman?
No, I understand the prompt.
I'm not
but if
asking what your
that's the
purpose in
pro-
life is. We know that there's no inherent purpose, and maybe I don't have a subjective purpose yet. Maybe I do. Doesn't fucking matter because that's a red herring from there is no evidence for God.
Well, I can definitely tell you're exploring, so maybe you'll come to Christ at some point.
If
But for
there
right
is
now, why
evidence
are you
for
here?
a
What's the
God,
point?
I will fall or I will believe in the God. There is no evidence for God, so I don't believe in God. That's the definition of being an atheist, lacking a belief in God or gods.
I'm aware of that.
Cool. So what are you trying to read into? You're like trying to like make up a story.
Well, I'm just wondering how you're choosing to spend your time here.
I'm
If there's no
having fun
point.
streaming and talking philosophy, science.
Why?
'Cause
If there's
it's
no
fun.
payoff in the end, what's
Yeah,
the
the
point?
payoff is it's fun.
For now,
Yeah, and then I'll find something else fun to do. You having a hard time comprehending, bud?
but no, I'm with you. I'm tracking 100%.
No, you're not, because you keep on asking the
I
same
just
question
don't
over
think
and
that
over.
I don't think that you've thought through this completely.
I have. You still are red herring from there is no evidence from God. You're completely pivoting and moving your goalposts so fucking far away from the concept because you lost so hard. We could go
No,
back and
I-
you could just be like, you know what? You're right. There is no evidence for God. I believe it solely based on faith, which is belief without evidence. And then we could move on to the next caller.
I'm not red herring. Purpose and God go hand in hand.
You can claim that, but there is no God, so there's no justification for that. You are presupposing every single word out of your mouth on the presupposition that God exists. You have to
What
prove
is the-
God exists.
What is the benefit to believing that
It's-
there is no God?
There's no.
Brother, there's no difference in my life versus your life except for you're going to go to church on Sunday.
I would
Life is
disagree
life.
With that. I would disagree with that.
Then prove God.
Yeah, like I mean, Cody, what's actually no? What has changed in your life since you since you deconstructed?
Well,
Yes.
I'm not scared of hell. I am not scared of using a curse word because the Bible also says don't let any profane speech leave your tongue. I am not scared of sex before marriage. I am actually not forced into marriage now. I don't have to force women against their will to have kids. I don't have to go to a church. I don't have to be nice to people. There's a lot of fucking freedom that comes with it. Also,
Yeah.
I don't have a fucking cloud of doom over me saying that I'm a dirty fucking sinner and I deserve to be tortured for all of fucking eternity for the simple act of not believing in something.
Yeah,
It's a lot of
found the
freedom.
crux.
Also,
I think we
also,
found the
Cody,
crux of it.
Yeah. Also, he believes in evolution now. He's not a creationist.
Oh yeah, I have learned a fuck ton of science and facts due to deconstructing. I used to believe the earth was flat.
Yeah.
So what evidence do you have for God?
I'd say that's beneficial to learn science and to become a just generally chilled out person. More chilled out.
So the benefits to not believing in a God is that you don't have to follow the rules anymore.
Nope, it's that I believe in facts and not mythology.
That's
I
not
do
what
follow
just
rules.
heard.
I follow the rules of society and culture. I follow my own rules in my own house. I follow the rules of my friends. I follow a lot of rules. I follow the rules of the laws of the state that I live in. There's a lot of rules I follow.
You sound like Adam and Eve
Okay, prove they existed.
after the fall.
Prove they
I
existed.
mean, they didn't exist, but okay.
You have so many unproven claims and you're acting high and mighty. All you have to do is say, here's the evidence for God or Adam and Eve, and we go from there. But instead, you keep on pivoting and trying to read into me so you can plant your little seeds, which are non existent, and everything you say literally means butt fuck nothing to anyone that doesn't believe in your religion.
Well, you just claimed yourself to be God. It's your way of the highway.
Pretty fucking much, I am the god of my own life, yeah. I have complete control
That's
over
Adam-
my
that's
own
Adam and
autonomy.
Eve.
I have complete control over if I do bad or good. I have absolute control over everything, and I also pay the consequences for if I do bad things. I reap
that's the
what
story
I
of Adam
sow,
and Eve.
and I reap what I sow.
That's the story of Adam and Eve.
Can you fucking stop? Prove they existed, dude.
Whether they existed or not, the story is still relevant.
No, they didn't
We
exist. It
think we're
doesn't matter.
gods and we reject God.
They did not think they were
We-
gods. They followed the Abrahamic God.
Yeah, they
How dense
they were
are you?
actually lied to. In fact, they were lied to and misled.
Yeah, they were lied to by God.
So
Right? Maybe
Yeah,
you were
they
misled
said-
away from the church.
Prove it, bitch. You keep on making a lot of fucking claims with zero justification for anything at all. Literally nothing has left your mouth of importance. Can you please provide evidence, or I'm just gonna drop you because you're a waste of my oxygen, honestly, at this point.
Dude, you're very mean.
Cool. I
You're a very
fucking
mean
ask how
person.
your feelings are?
all right, Cody. Johnny wants to come up. Layman.
Bet.
Okay, so you have me yelling at my phone the questions that you're asking. So I'll go kind of in order of the ones that I heard you ask, and we can go from there. So the purpose of this live, and Cody, feel free to correct me. I'm just going off of what you've said.
Oh, I'll correct you,
previously.
Daddy.
Yeah. Is counter indoctrination.
Yes.
So the Abrahamic faiths specifically are really notorious for indoctrination. And if you want to hear Cody's purpose, like if you want him to give him a purpose, I would say that's an adequate purpose. That's why he does this. He saw how indoctrination negatively affected his life, and now he's trying to help others get out of that.
That's a good way to put that.
Okay, so if I understand you correctly, what you're saying is that everything that's been going on for the last God knows how many years, millennia, is all because we're supposed to be here to turn people away from God?
No. What?
No, so everything that has happened over the past millennia, which, well, I believe
Since the dawn of time, since the first person, to be clear.
yes, humans have only been around for a couple 100,000 years, couple thousand years, but no. So everything that we've done to this point is purely survival. Like we're at a point now where survival isn't really the equation. So things are getting kind of cattywampus, but like up to 50 years ago, everything that was done was due to the want to survive.
Okay, so I can agree with you that there's been progression and improvement, but what's the reason why we're here ultimately?
Your parents
There-
fucked.
th- yeah, like why does anything happen? It just happens.
Cause and effect.
Johnny, I mean, like, if hypothetically, if there is a God, why are we here? Or if there isn't, why are we here?
There is no
Uh,
inherent
so-
purpose to life, dude.
Evidence,
So-
I know. We've talked.
So I can answer both of those. If there is a God, which I don't believe there's an Abrahamic God, we're here as his entertainment. If there isn't, we're just a cosmic accident that's done incredibly well.
Okay, so let's go with the first one. Let's say that we are here for his entertainment. What does that mean? What does this look like to you?
Same reason you watch TV shows or you get a pet or anything that, like, it. One, he did such a jacked up job at creating that the only thing, either he's cruel or he just needed some entertainment. I wouldn't say either one of those is necessarily better than the other if you're talking about a creator.
Or maybe there's a reason for it.
Prove it.
You're,
Johnny, right? Like maybe there's a reason. It could be a third option, Johnny.
It is
Not
possible
really.
Klombadrov created the fucking universe. Fucking prove it. It's possible Voldemort is God, dude. I don't give a shit. Prove it is true.
So like the three options, right? Like he's either a jerk, right? Or there is no God.
There's so many options, dude. He
or
could have
that he
accidentally
created
shat us
all
out.
this-
Like we could be a fucking cosmic fart
Sorry,
of
Johnny.
God.
Or the
Although I
third
would
option is
argue-
he's allowing it. There's a reason for all of it, right? The screwed upness.
You're still presupposing his existence.
So, oh yeah, so that goes into he intentionally allowed us to be miserable, so we could prove that we believe in him. That's narcissistic as hell, if I've ever heard it. Like, that is occultism 101. Like,
Well, that's one way of looking at it.
trials to prove faith, that the DHS, DOD, MI6, all of them, that's like basic, like, hey, this is a cult.
So that's one way of looking at it, right? Or he's allowing it to teach us a lesson for something that's still to come in the future,
So
right? Like, for
So-
example, teaching us how to be humble so that we can reign with him and oversee and steward in another lifetime.
So by saying that we need to learn a lesson, you are admitting that God created an imperfect thing, which if he's perfect, he wouldn't be capable of that. Perfection doesn't create imperfection.
Not necessarily. Like, think of the game of
No,
Monopoly, right?
Absolutely. Like,
Well, think of the game of
that's-
Monopoly, right? Like, Monopoly has taxes and jail. Nobody wants to land on that. They're painful, but it doesn't make the developers of the game evil or bad or incompetent. It's just part of the game.
I don't see how, like, that's not even an analogy. That's like,
So like the bad. So for example, right? Like there's good things and there's bad things in this world.
that's
It would be great to just have a world
pretty-
full of good things,
I'm
but maybe he's allowing, if I may, maybe he's allowing the bad things in order to teach us a lesson so that we can do something else down the road that's more important.
Let me
So
pause
the
us here.
short-term pain is worth the long-term payoff.
I'm going to pause us here and bring up someone that knows the Bible very well, and he'll be able to go into the hypothetical. Again, hypothetical. This is all under the precept that a God even exists in the first place.
What's up, dude?
Yo.
What's going on?
What's going on? Just a quick little thing that I wanted to throw in here. The problem with this whole thing right now is that you and Johnny here aren't you both are forgetting the all-knowing aspect of God. Literally, that's the whole reason that there's any room for this argument right now is that we haven't thrown in the fact that he is all-knowing. And if you want to run that hypothetical down by me for the biblical scripture part of this, which I assume that's what the conversation was, I'd be glad to hear it.
Oh no, I'm well aware in the hypothetical that God would be required to be all knowing, but I'm saying my point is if he's creating something that requires knowledge and requires to learn, it wasn't a perfect creation to begin with.
Well, scripture-wise, the whole idea of the perfection only applies to the first creation story. It doesn't apply to the second one. Not at all.
Well, that's not how progression works, though. So, like, just a very simple analogy. When you're making a tool, like, when you're progressively making a tool, it doesn't matter how crappy the tool is to begin with. You can only intentionally make it crappy. Like, you
Well,
have to
yes,
set out to make a worse version. The default is every iteration gets better.
Hold on.
So if the first
When
creation was perfect, that means it was intentional to make the second creation imperfect.
Yes, that's exactly what's happening. When you look at the first story in Genesis 1, we see that there's
You're both
another god.
non-believers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What are you doing? Get back at layman.
I mean, I still want to run this by him. I don't think he
Okay.
knew this.
Yeah, I want to hear layman's
wait.
thoughts on it after.
Yeah, so when you look at Genesis 1, you'll notice that they use a different word from the Lord. They'll use God here. And what that typically would refer to is a different God, because when you read the Bible, the Lord is what's equated to Yahweh. So when they're using God there, that's not actually Yahweh. And that's why there's two creation stories. We can see in Genesis 1, it's a completely different person, which most of the time is referred to the Most High God of the Pantheon that Yahweh is from, which would be El Shaddai. And then the problem and the whole progression thing also, that's what I was going to talk about next, is that this isn't a progressive moment here in the Bible. This is Yahweh kind of taking this rebellious stance against his father here, which El would have been here, and created this evil unlike what El was doing. El, in his own words, had created everything perfect. Well, Yahweh had allowed the evil, and he had intentionally done this. And we can even see that the first line of Genesis 2 is the Lord was, it literally says, the Lord made me, referring to the serpent. He allowed this, and he did it intentionally.
Yeah, I think we're just going to start beating each other. Like,
I know. I just wanted to add on a little the biblical kind of sense for that.
because like if I were to attack that explanation in order to get to any of those conclusions, you'd have to use sources outside any majorly recognized version of the Bible. So
No,
like,
you don't. The Bible supports the idea of Yahweh being lower than this God.
yeah, but it never directly recognizes it. At most it implies, which, I mean, as much as the Bible, air quotes, implies things, that's quite a bit of stretch. Now if you're throwing in like the Book of Enoch, the Lost Seas, the what is it, the Pharisee scrolls, all of that, I could see how that would be a more logical conclusion. But just going off of the Old Testament and New Testaments, which is what the Bible is, there's a lot of jumping to be able to come to that conclusion.
Well, here's the thing. Have you read Deuteronomy 32, 8 through 10? Because that lays it out right there and then. But there's even other verses that support the idea that he's just the God of Israel. I mean, it's not so much it's a stretch to say that you see that in the New Testament. I wouldn't say it's a stretch to see that in the Old Testament. But me and you can maybe discuss this later on. But
Yeah.
yeah,
Let's get back. I love
yeah.
my tangents. But yeah, so Layman, like, even the conversation between us, like, the whole, like, what is the purpose? It's your purpose is whatever you deem fit, and that doesn't make it an Adam and Eve, because even Adam and Eve, they intentionally, like, they knew in their minds, they knew what they did was wrong, whereas our at least my personal stance is, I don't believe not believing God is wrong. Adam and
Mhm.
Eve cried over being expelled, which implies it was a bad thing, versus I just don't believe in it at all. So it's not a bad thing because I don't believe it.
Right.
Yeah. There's definitely two important things that are interesting when it goes to this. Is that, well, you can also make the argument that Adam and Eve didn't know evil or not, just because they hadn't eaten from the tree where they gained that knowledge from. So even when when Yahweh tells them, tells Adam specifically, hey, don't eat from the tree, he doesn't know the actual wrongdoings of that. He was just told not to. It's kind of like when you tell a newborn with no knowledge of something to not do something, they're going to end up doing it, especially when it's coming from the person who God specifically made for them.
Well, one correction I would make, they did in some sense know what would happen, because before they chose to eat, God did tell them that the day you do eat, surely that day you will die.
And did they?
And so we can talk about that, but I think the bigger question, or what I personally believe was going on there, is a question of submission. It was, despite the fact that I've given you everything in full reign over this world, are you going to continue to put me above everything else, or are you going to choose that for yourself and try to be your own God? I see it more in that vein than knowing what's going to happen and the consequences afterwards. It's a question of, can you bend the knee?
Well, I'd say the
So-
first
so
person
you-
that fucked up there is God for lying.
I mean, that's pretty much what I was going to say.
I
What
can
is it?
actually, well, God lied. He lied to them. They didn't die immediately as God had told them to. Told them what's going to happen to them. And even still, like Cody brought up, it's the fact of, did they really know it? I like to stand that they didn't. They basically were robots in a sense, that Yahweh created here to really invite this evil into the world, which he had every option not to do so.
Right, but then we wouldn't have the option or to bend the knee or not. Like, it seems that it's all
Did they have the
culminating
free
around
will?
that choice.
Did they have the free will to not do what God wanted?
Yeah.
Okay, so
just like I had the
don't try
free
and
will
say
to,
they
like,
didn't have
put
free
on my-
will without eating the apple, because they did.
No, we have
So
free
God
choice.
lied.
Like, I woke up today and I chose to put on black pants instead of
Right,
brown
but
pants.
you were
That's
just
free
arguing
will.
that they didn't.
I chose to put on black pants today in the same way that they chose to eat the apple. We have that prerogative.
Right, so they had free will. But they also didn't know right from wrong, and he still punished them. And he also lied to them, saying that they would die if they ate it, and the snake told the truth.
So we do see that, right? So in two senses we die. One is that spiritual death.
Where in
that
the
took
Bible
place
does it say it was a spiritual death?
Well, evidence. If I may just get my point out
No,
first,
where
and
in
then
the
I can
Bible
answer
does
that.
it say that it was a spiritual death? There are
Immediately
45,000
after they were kicked out of
denominations
the
of
Garden of Eden.
Christianity.
So they died spiritually immediately after taking the
It doesn't
apple.
say
Right?
that.
There's a separation between them and God spiritually, and then physically, we were always meant to live forever.
It says
but we all
physically he
die.
can't be in their presence.
So in two senses, they died.
No,
Also,
it doesn't say
nothing-
that.
No evidence we have, and actually all the evidence we have indicates that we most definitely were never, our genetic makeup was never designed to last forever. Like, so I don't know where you're getting at. We have proof to the contrary that, hey, this living organism is going to break down eventually.
Even
And
if that is true, there's still the spiritual side of things, right?
Nope, doesn't exist.
There's that separation from God that took place.
Well, even here, even when you read the ending of Genesis 3, it says, "And now they might reach out their hand and take also from the tree of life and eat and live forever." They were never meant to have lived forever. I mean, they had no intention of this. So to imply a spiritual death, that you would have to prove and where in Genesis 3 where this is implied, because it's not at all. It's never implied that they were supposed to have lived forever. And even the purpose of Adam here, he's somewhat like a slave, because Yahweh put him here as a person who is supposed to plant the fields. It's very interesting that you're implying that.
Well,
Implying what?
Implying that they were supposed to live forever.
here's what's happened, Layman, is you read the Bible, and just like the 45,000 other and hundreds of thousands of other interpretations, you have your own fucking interpretation to go along with what you think should be. None of it's true in the first place, so even arguing the semantics is fucking stupid to me.
I'd like to get relevant to my background real quick. So literally the only reason that major Abrahamic religions are not classified as a cult is because of the sheer number of following it has.
Yep.
Like, to the point where it's corruption not classifying them as an occult, not that they aren't an occult.
There was a really interesting story in Acts. I forget, it's like Acts 5 or 6 or something. Do you know the story of, I think his name's Gamaliel? He's one of the Pharisees, I believe, and they were arguing about whether or not this gospel was real or if Jesus existed. And they were about to stone them, the disciples. And Gamaliel pulled the other Pharisees aside and said, "Hey, listen, you know, people have risen before claiming to be God, and eventually over time, these people died off and it became nothing. But if it is from God and this Jesus Christ really was God, it's going to sustain itself under its own weight." And
what's wild is that the Grimm's fairy tales has an almost identical story in it.
Yeah,
So-
and on top of that, Christianity isn't an old religion, not at all. Christianity would be considered a newer religion compared to the rest.
true,
mean,
but all of those other
shit,
religions are
Even my
not like,
religion is older than Christianity, and my religion isn't even the oldest.
what's your religion?
I'm a Norse pagan.
Okay, how many people are still following that today, roughly?
Devoutly, couple 100,000. Undevoutly, I would say north of hundreds of thousands, probably close to 1 million.
Okay. So do you find there to be any, what's the word I would say, any relevance to the fact that Christianity has not only sustained itself, but is one of the, I think it's, if not the
It
largest
hasn't
religion in the world
sustained
today?
anything. It
Oh,
just
okay,
happens to
if
be
you're
big
gonna
right
use that.
now.
Yeah. So most of the holidays are directly taken from pagan religions and pagan cultures.
Yeah, Christianity
Christmas,
stole
Easter,
everything,
Uh,
including pagan gods.
Palm Sunday.
Jesus is fucking Dionysus and other gods.
Okay, so
like-
if that was true, then why isn't your pagan religion bigger than if it is? If it's
Because
the
there weren't
fundamental
9
underpinning.
crusades and edicts from Theodosia for paganism.
because and also Also, a big part of my religion is you're actively told not to pressure others into it, contrary to most Abrahamic faiths, where you're instructed to pressure people into it. This
Yeah,
is
not
Well,
to quote my actual religious literature. If someone wants to know the names of our gods, they have to approach and ask.
Or read the days of the week. What day is it today, Layman?
today's Tuesday.
You mean Taters Day?
Yeah, which god is that?
Oh, I don't know. You have to tell me.
Teeter?
You dirty pagan.
Yeah.
Do you believe just because a lot of fucking people believe in Christianity right now that therefore it's true? Because all of the fucking planet believed in the Greek gods at one point too. Does that make the Greek gods real? No, it doesn't. That's a stupid argument. That's just an argument from populists. It's another fucking fallacy. You have used so many fallacies.
No, one of the main reasons why I'm not following any of those gods is because I believe there's one God, monotheistic.
Which is a very new thing. And it was
Yeah.
spread
Your
because of
religion-
swords.
I think it makes
Oh,
more
wait.
sense logically. Like if you just deduce it, it makes sense that there's one creator.
Oh,
your
okay, so-
religion's not
Jaden, hold up.
monotheistic.
That's true
So
too.
where else in nature and the observable world can a singularity create something? Everything that we've observed so far requires at minimum two things for creation.
Also, you worship three.
So give me an example.
For you or for
You-
Johnny?
Johnny.
You're a perfect example. I'm a perfect example.
Gotta fuck someone to make another.
Do you have a dog? That's another example. Have you ever seen a tree? That's another example. Have you ever seen a plant? That's another example. Like literally everything natural that you can see required at least two things.
The
to
planet
make it.
too.
Yeah.
So wouldn't that make more sense that there was a God creating people for life?
No.
Like there's two parties
Hi-
involved there.
No, his argument was about one versus multiple gods. It's more likely or reasonable to believe multiple gods is what he was going at.
And you yourself said that there's just one, and that's the logical thing to assume.
Which you don't even agree with because you worship
Yeah.
the Father, Son, and Spirit.
Right, the Trinity?
Yeah, that's three distinct personalities and characteristics and traits.
Right. Well, as a former Christian, you know what the Trinity is. You know what Christians
I know it's
believe.
completely illogical to say it's one person when that's a contradiction because three cannot be also one. That's literally a contradiction. So
Sure
I know
they- sure
that
they can.
Christians are stupid and have no critical thinking skills
Well,
because
you're
three
mean.
is more than one. Is three equal to one?
I can give you a perfect analogy if you'd like.
I get the body, soul, mind thing. I get that, but there's still no evidence for that. There's
No,
no
not
evidence
that.
for. Okay, God the Father has a different personality, persona, actions, etc. from Jesus, correct?
Incorrect.
So Jesus cannot do anything separate of the Father. He cannot ask the Father anything. He cannot talk with his own mouth. He cannot come onto earth and die in accordance against what he wants, in accordance with what the Father wants.
They're one being in three persons.
That's a contradiction.
No, it's not, and I can give you an analogy.
If it's not a direct analogy, it's not relevant.
No, it's a good analogy. So the analogy would be the equivalent of, say, take like any organization with a chain of command, right? All the people in that organization are the same in being. They're all humans.
Nope, they're one human being, species. They are different people. They are completely fucking separate.
Okay,
So you
you
failed
and
twice.
I are the same person. We're human beings.
Nope, we are not
And
the
so
same
the same-
person. We are human beings of the same species, two completely different
Oof.
fucking people.
And so then the three persons would then be the equivalent of, say, the CEO, a director, and an employee.
3 different people.
They have different roles with
Completely
different
different people.
personalities.
Nope, 3
Right.
completely different fucking entities. Congratulations,
different
you
ti-
just proved yourself dumb 3 times in a row. So, your God is 3 gods. You have the Father, the Son, and the Spirit. Because
So
3
they would be
is not 1. That is a contradiction.
I'm trying to tell you the analogy evidence.
I'm trying to teach you basic bitch math.
And
I mean,
like-
you're
like I
just you're
stated
being
in
rude,
the
dude. You're not
past-
having a civil
I'm sorry your
conversation
feelings
with
get
me.
hurt easily.
Well, you
No,
weren't
I'm trying.
having-
These other two
You're
guys
being
are
so
very,
rude. 3 cannot
they're
be
very-
fucking 1, can it?
Johnny and Jay are very
Can
kind.
3 be 1? They allow you to pivot. I don't allow pivoting. You just don't like being held accountable, and you don't like the fucking corner. Well,
You're-
guess
I'm
what?
fixing
You're getting the
things
back
that
shots
way.
whether you want them or not, unless you fuck off.
You won't give me the opportunity to explain
Because
myself.
every single time you've explained, when I shut up, let you explain, you were wrong. And then I let you explain again, you're wrong again. And every time I explain why you're wrong, you cry like a fucking baby.
And hey, Cody, correct me if I'm wrong. When he asked if he could present his analogy, I asked him if it was a direct analogy and any other.
To
type
which it
of
was
analogy.
not.
Yeah. So you aren't having an honest conversation right there because you said it was and you lied. So
Well,
that's
guys,
neither
listen.
honest nor civil.
Listen, guys, I'm just doing the best I can to help. You know,
That sucks.
Not very good.
I'm trying. You know, it's
Trying counts for so little, but whoever gave you
When you
their
try so
participation
hard, but
trophy
you don't succeed.
failed you.
well, no, I'm trying to give you my position so we can talk about it.
Your
It's tough when I
position
don't have
right
the chance
now
to
is
talk.
3 equals 1. That's stupid.
It's not though, because I'm giving you
It's
an
not
analogy to
stupid that
explain
3
it.
equals 1.
I don't get the feeling you want to know.
I don't get the feeling you want facts. I can say the same shit right back at you. Everything you try and say at me, like, you're just hiding from God, you're just angry at God, you just don't want to understand. Say it right back into the fucking mirror, bro, because it's all you. You are fucking pushing your own insecurities out so goddamn hard right now, it's hilariously embarrassing. You are the one that doesn't want to understand that it's a fucking contradiction in accordance with logic and mathematics. You are the one incapable of comprehending the Bible when we read out the fucking verses to you. You are the one incapable of critical thought, not us. You. Do not fucking push your insecurities onto us. It doesn't work. And I don't allow pivoting. And if you're going to cry like a bitch every time I don't allow you to pivot, fuck off to a channel that gives a fuck about your feelings, because it ain't me. I care about facts. You don't. If you would like to care about facts or claim you care about facts, you should probably fucking listen. 3 is not fucking 1. Jesus prayed to the Father, got an answer he didn't fucking like, and had to die. The Father didn't die. Jesus died. 2 separate entities talking to each other. 2 separate fucking entities. Separate bodies, separate thoughts, separate prayers, separate words, separate actions, separate fucking everything. That is 2. The Spirit does separate things as well. Separate desires, separate actions. Okay? They all supposedly do the works of the Father. So basically, it works like this. Dictator, mini dictator, mini dictator. That's what you got going on here. And then everyone that doesn't follow the dictator, hellfire. That's what you got going on. That's the fucking facts. You don't like it. That's you. That's a you issue. You're indoctrinated, spreading a belief uncritically. The definition of indoctrination. You're incapable of providing evidence for God. You're incapable of providing evidence that the universe was created. You're incapable of providing any justification that energy could be created. You're incapable of 100% of every argument you have brought up, and you keep on spouting your horse shit at us like we're insecure. You are a living, breathing, talking to a fucking mirror right now. Prove that 3 can equal 1. Prove energy can be created. Then prove that a God exists. Then prove that God created energy. Can't do it? No shit. There's no fucking evidence for it. Hence, there is no evidence for God. Period. Any God. I don't give a fuck which God anyone believes in. No gods, no supernatural, no ghosts, no mimics, no cryptids. They don't fucking exist. They're mythologies. If you don't agree, prove it. If I tell you right now I can fly like Superman, you're not going to believe me without proof. It's a supernatural claim. It requires an extreme amount of proof. You have a supernatural claim that a Santa Claus created all things from nothingness.
So, and that's something that's kind of unique to the Abrahamic faiths. That like we've never had an issue. We've never had any of these issues when Buddhists come up with, when people like me, Norse pagans come up, or what's some of the other religions that we've gotten.
I'm a witch.
Yeah, pretty
Wiccans, there you
much.
go.
Yeah, pretty much the only faiths that this impacts, and time again fail to provide any sort of evidence to their own beliefs, are of the Abrahamic faith, because every other religion is like, yeah, no, bro, there's no proof. You just got to go on your gut.
Yeah, and just this complete side note here that I've heard a lot of people actually say this when it comes to the Trinity. This Trinity that people equate to Jesus, Yahweh, and the Holy Spirit doesn't work in the New Testament. It would be more likely that if there was anything like this in the New Testament, it would have been El Shaddai, Yahweh as the Son, and then the Holy Spirit would be Ashira. And I know El has a few different names. Same thing with Ashira. But yeah, the representation of the whole Trinity just doesn't really align when you look at the history of it.
All right. Well, Johnny, Jay, it was a pleasure talking to you guys. Evidence, I'll see you around.
I hope
Alrighty,
not.
have a good one. Have the day you deserve.
God damn.
Got on his ass.
My apologies. I'm not sorry.
I like that parting, because the only people that ever get offended by it are people that deserve to have a bad day.
That's valid.
Oh, you could have brought up here who's even better at this shit than me. And questionable Calvin was in here.
Yeah, I do love Calvin. Yeah, he's a fucking genius.
I love you, Jaden, but you got to learn to articulate a little bit better, because the stuff you're giving out is very neutral, and by being neutral, both sides can use it, which is where we were
Exactly.
kind of
That was
getting
my
into.
point. I was
Oh.
trying to help out both sides
That
here
makes
because this
sense.
guy, because this guy clearly really didn't know what he was talking about.
You were
And I know
handing them
I don't know I don't
ammunition
really
and
know
he was
how
just
well,
throwing it out.
huh?
You were handing him ammunition and he was just throwing it out.
Yeah, yeah. But yeah, it's just I was also arguing on our side as well with the whole second creation thing, because it was Yahweh intentionally doing that. There's no way to say otherwise. But yeah,
I'm
if anybody
fucking
says that their
Sasquatch.
beliefs is especially a Christian, if they say that their belief is monotheistic, just bring them to Exodus 23 through 5. Throws it
Well,
out right then and there.
Well, no. So that's part of counter indoctrination. If they believe in a monotheist,
Read the last
use
comment. That's
that.
funny.
I love it. Yeah. So whenever you're approaching, like you're trying to counter indoctrinate or reverse indoctrination, it's like trying to create a dichotomy from their native view is just like you aren't going to get anywhere with that. It's you have to meet them where they're at, and not necessarily like you have to attack their beliefs directly. And attack's not quite the right word, but you have to challenge
I attack.
what they believe directly, or else it gives them kind of a scapegoat of, oh, this person doesn't know what they're talking about, whether
Well,
you know what you're
yeah,
talking about or not. So
Well, here's the thing. I specifically, whenever I come up on here, or really when I start on my other live or go on other panels, I use scripture. I use the scripture to go against or prove my point, and that to me has always been better. Well, over here, you guys take a different stance than what I normally do. So yeah, I see what you're talking about. But when you can prove it with scripture to them, they can't argue back. It pushes them into this form of a box where they are forced to argue with scripture. They can't argue outside of it because that's straight from their beliefs. That
Well-
book stems from their beliefs.
and
They have
so
no choice.
Cody is just naturally opposition. Like he likes just being opposite to whatever. But from like I said, my professional background, which not doing the whole appeal to authority, it's just what I've learned is like when you're confronting especially like religious indoctrination, it needs to be an argument. It can't be a conversation. Like you have to be abrasive, because the people that are going to disregard you just because you're being abrasive, you weren't going to do anything with them anyways. And the people that it does reach, it's like, oh crap, like they
It hits
really
them.
hurt my feelings, or they really like shifted my point of view, and it starts them on the path to be able to question their own beliefs instead of you questioning their beliefs for them.
Very much so. That's why I love calling it out. Like if you get them in a corner and they're like, "Oh shit, yeah, no, you're right. That's not logical. Let me go research that." And you teach them how to research.
Yeah, fair enough.
I do have a
It's just-
caller on
that's just-
YouTube.
Okay. But yeah, that's just normally not the route that I go with because I don't run into a lot of people who are indoctrinated. I deal with a lot more of the smarter people over here on TikTok because I'm always on.
Do they believe in a
yeah,
god?
this is. Yep. So
Then
they're
not
already
smart.
dumb. But yeah. It's.
Well-
I just don't run into people like that anymore. I'll
if
really
they
run into them
literally-
over here on Cody's, not so much anywhere else.
If they literally believe in a god, that is indoctrination.
All right,
I don't know
I'm
about
gonna get this
that.
caller on. All right, Joseph, how you doing? You're unmuted, bud.
What's up?
Hey, man, you over the age of 18?
Nice to meet you.
You as well. You over the age of 18?
Sorry, I'm hearing a lot of voices at the same time.
Oh, mute the YouTube video.
Oh, yeah, sorry. That was it. Sorry.
Yeah, you're good. You're over the age of 18, brother?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Which religion do you follow?
Christianity.
I'm so sorry. Well, what you got for me today?
I'm sorry?
Yeah, what do you have for me today? Why should I believe in your God?
Oh, right. Well, I was wondering if you wanted to kickstart the conversation. I don't mind. I can if you like.
I don't really have a burden.
I was going to begin with the problem of evil. Is that cool with you?
Sure. What about it?
Well, I think that it's a problem for all of us, and I think that you know that what is your take on objectivity and subjectivity?
Are we talking morals?
Yeah, good and evil. Do you believe in
Whether you believe in
objectivity?
God or not, they're subjective. If you believe in God, they're subject to the mind of God. If you don't believe in God, they're subject to your own mind and society.
Well, I suppose that if God exists, He would be the truth, and that would make it objective.
It
Wouldn't
would be subjective to his mind because subjective, correct me if I'm wrong, is
Cody, I have
mind
the perfect
dependent.
quote.
That's a good argument, but if God is the truth, couldn't we call it objective?
No, because it's his mind. He can change his mind. He's thinking that this is the truth. He's claiming it and stating it
Actually, I
as
would
truth.
disagree with you. I would say it was his nature, not his mind.
Then it's in his nature, his mind, his intentions, his desires, his essence. So it's according to him and what he says that makes it to be, therefore, no matter how you look at this, it is subjective.
Wouldn't you say, though, that the mind can be changed and the nature can't be changed? For instance, I can't change my human nature, and if God's nature is good, he can't change that.
Well, that just contradicts the Bible
Where does it contradict the Bible?
because he changes his mind all the fucking time.
No, I'm saying that I'm making the distinction that perhaps his goodness is his nature and not his mind.
Well, he's
a
not good
decision.
either. Do you think slaughtering babies is good? I think it's fucking grotesque.
All right, we're racing through things here, man. I just met you. What's your argument there? Are we going to talk about the Amalekites and things?
We could talk about them all. Want to talk about the flood?
Sure.
We can start with the flood and go from there. Yeah, drowning a baby that hasn't done any wrong is fucked up.
I think that the evils of the Old Testament are obviously difficult to swallow. I mean, we can agree on that, but I think that
It is wrong to kill a baby.
of
Period.
course, but I think that God in the Old Testament is bringing order out of extreme chaos, and I think
By
that
killing a baby, of which he says do
No.
not kill unjustly. And to unjustly kill a baby that has never done any wrong except for the sin of being born is fucking disgusting. Your God is not moral.
Well-
I am more moral than your God. I am good in comparison. I am
Okay.
amazing in comparison. I've also
You
never
let me
raped
get
a 13-year-old, unlike your God.
you got a lot of talking points, man. I can't really get a
Oh,
word.
fuck
in.
yeah. Just pick one. I'm not throwing them to like argue. I'm just throwing out points.
Okay, because we can have a discussion, but it's not much of one right now. I mean,
How's it not? I've brought up many points.
yeah, because you won't let me answer to them.
You're failing to answer them because I'm bringing up points that defeat your argument. Bringing up another point that defeats your point is part of an argument. I'm not pivoting to another
I
thing.
understand, but
stating
you have
you're
to give me
saying he's
time to
good.
answer.
And then I'm demonstrating all the instances where he does things that even he says are not good. Therefore, he contradicts himself. He contradicts his own will that he states he has, and therefore is subjective. The morals
are
are
Old
subjective. They change.
Can I answer to this? These are Old Testament laws, so with respect to
Brother,
things like
what the
Mosaic,
fuck did Jesus say in the New Testament?
they're Mosaic laws, and they're given for the hardness of the people's hearts.
The fuck did Jesus say about the laws?
That they were given for the hardness of the people's
Jesus
hearts.
Christ. No, he said, and I quote word for fucking word from Matthew, I did not come to abolish the law.
But to fulfill it, I
Yeah,
understand.
he didn't abolish shit. You're still allowed to own fucking slaves. You're still allowed to, your women are still not allowed to fucking speak. Women are not allowed to preach. You're not allowed to
that's
eat
not true.
shellfish.
No,
You're
that's
not
not true.
allowed
It
to mix
says
your
that-
fabrics. You're a
It says
fucking
that
disgusting
the old
sinner.
law has passed away.
No.
Yes.
Nope, not in context. I did not, and that's also another contradiction, by the way. I did not come to abolish the law. And then another person who is not Jesus says, the old law is old. But also, guess what it says after that? Does that mean not to follow the law? Of course not. Have you ever actually read Paul?
Of course, yeah.
Okay,
I've
so
read
you would
the
know
Testament.
that literally sentences after that, he says, does that mean that we can just throw it all away? No, because he's not talking about fucking not eating shellfish or not. He's talking about sin and the grace that grows every time you sin. So don't try and no, I've read the Bible. You should try it too. So no, we're going to go back to the main topic, which is God's morals based in subjectivity, which means they're mind dependent. He made them up. If they're in his essence, they're according to his mind.
All right, well, you're not letting me get many words in, but we'll go back to the main subject, which was evil. Now, we're agreed that evil is... Are we agreed that evil exists?
I
Or-
think bad things exist. You can do morally bad things in accordance with society.
Okay. And we're agreed that truly abominable evils exist, such as child rape and Auschwitz and these things.
Correct.
We would call them
I
evil.
wouldn't call it evil though. I mean, you could say evil, but saying evil implies it like spirituality. So
Would you say there's utility in terming it evil, because obviously the words bad and evil have different operations?
I would absolutely agree that the concept of evil is extremely bad in comparison to just, oh, that's bad. Like stealing can be
Really?
bad, and then
But
rape can be
isn't
bad,
it to
but
distinguish between bad and something
like
that is
super bad.
greater
Yeah,
than bad?
I can grant that. I'm just saying the reason
Okay,
I don't like
okay.
to say evil is because I don't believe in like a spiritual thing. I would love to.
Okay, fair enough. By the way, I don't want to be antagonistic, man. I mean, I'm just here to have a discussion.
I absolutely am.
Yeah, nice to meet you. What was your name?
Cody.
Cody. I'm Joseph. So, I would say that the existence of evil is actually, it should direct one to God, and the reason for that is that if given we're in the same world, we're in a world in which terrible evils occur, and that means that there's really only two options: either there's no God, and after death is just annihilation or non-existence, or there's God, or there's a God that permits evils, right, and then ultimately saves from those evils, and the ends of those scenarios. Do you think one is better than the other? What's your opinion on that?
Whether or not God exists is still up for debate.
It's true, but ultimately, given evil is in the world,
Evil-
and
Yeah,
there's
it
either
exists. Period.
it
It
exists,
exists. Like you have to prove if there is or is not a
those.
God.
So evil is
Sorry?
just used to
Can't
like
hear
kind of
you,
get-
Johnny. He can't
Sorry?
hear you. Whenever he
I'm
takes a
talking to
YouTube caller,
Pause.
whenever he takes a YouTube caller, he can't hear
Um,
me or you.
So, did you hear me?
Well, that just means you
One
and me
sec.
can talk.
No, because I can hear you guys.
Oh,
Oh wait, seriously?
Yeah, I can hear you guys. So,
hey,
Since
so
when?
Cody,
Okay, they're sorry. You know what, motherfuckers? Call in.
I can't.
I can't either.
Okay.
But Cody, just for something you to use,
Sure.
I mean, evil is just a degree of bad.
Yeah,
Like-
we just agreed with that.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm sorry. What were you saying, Joseph?
Oh, I was just saying that let's say you've got your children that have died at Auschwitz. Ultimately, I think it's incumbent upon man, if you really stare into that abyss, because those things are, we're pretty distant from them. But if you were next to them when they happened, I mean, I think that it's sort of incumbent upon the human spirit to believe that there's more than annihilation for those souls.
Nope, they're dead.
Well, but isn't it incumbent upon us to hope, because
Nope.
because that fate is so terrible?
It's good now. They're not experiencing anything.
Well,
Was it a bad thing that
yeah,
happened? Yes. Was it a bad thing that happened by bad people? Yes. They're gone. There is no afterlife. If you would like to prove an afterlife, go for it. There is no soul, there's no
Prove an
spirit, there's no
afterlife.
God, there's no devil, there's no demons, there's no hell, there's no heaven. Prove it. Those are all claims written in a 2,000-year-old piece of paper written by human beings that also believed in the Canaanite pantheon. It's all fucking mythology. Like Jesus has so many things stolen from other gods. Yahweh is a god from another pantheon, the god of war. Like there's so many things that the Bible has stolen from paganism, the Canaanites, Greek, all of it. It's all just fucking copy paste.
Well, you can't explicitly prove that there's a heaven, but
No shit.
but you can. Sorry.
I said no shit. There's no evidence for it at all. There's no justification to believe in it. It's only spread through
Well-
indoctrination. The Bible says
well,
so,
that's
therefore
why-
it's true.
That's why it's a belief, I would say.
That's why it's a faith, belief without evidence,
A faith.
in accordance with Hebrews 11 as well, when it says faith is evidence for things unseen, which is quite contradictory to the literal definition of evidence. There's absolutely zero evidence for it to be true, and faith is not evidence. By literal definition, is belief
The
without
substance
evidence.
of things hoped for, the evidence of things which appear not. Right.
Right.
I mean, the evidence of things which appear not is an interesting phrase. It's something like
Yeah, there's no evidence for things that are
because
not demonstrable.
We can get hunches, we can draw inferences from things.
You can infer things thanks to evidence. An inference would be, or an induction inference, is going to be every single Thursday. My teacher gives us a pop quiz for the last year. I expect next Thursday to have a pop quiz. The evidence is the history of pop quizzes on that day. You still require evidence for induction, for inference, for deduction. All of it requires evidence. There's zero evidence for God. You cannot infer that there is a heaven or hell. You cannot deduce that. You cannot induce that. There's no logic that goes into that. It is completely ill fucking logical.
I would say, I mean, is it illogical? I mean,
100%, yes. Provide me one logically sound syllogism for there being a heaven. It doesn't exist.
It is difficult. I mean, that's why it's a belief. I would say
It's not. It's impossible. It doesn't exist. There is no such thing as a logically sound argument for God, demons, angels, heaven, Hell, fucking Voldemort, Harry Potter. There's no fucking evidence. There's
Well,
no
there's
logic.
some things which are unusual. For instance, we seem to have a bit of a mingling of wills going on within ourselves. I mean, people say they have invasive thoughts, for instance. That's rather unusual if we're just a singular
It's
will.
explained in neurology, and it's not. You're presupposing a soul. First of all, there is no soul.
I didn't say there was a soul. I was talking about just the will or the mind, whatever you like.
Right? We have a brain, and the brain has
Sure.
thoughts through processes of information. When people do really horrendous things, sometimes you get a thought of, I want to wipe that person out. You don't act on it. We have learned
But-
to not act on it. That's called empathy.
Yes.
It's explained in
It-
neurology and psychology.
But if there's no temptation, for instance, no devils, no demons, and there's no sort of guiding spirit for good, why are we so torn in our will? Why
Because
isn't
we
our
wanna do
will
things for
totally
ourself.
united in itself and able to control itself perfectly?
A, because we're evolving. B, we're very new. C, there's not everything known about the brain. There's so many explanations for that. You're asking why is there a hardship between good and bad? And why do we even have the option to make those choices? There's literally neurology that they do on sociopaths. They do not have empathy. The people that have empathy typically don't have those thoughts. If the thought does randomly pop up, it goes away just as quick as it popped up. Why would it
Right.
pop up? Many different reasons. Many different
Right.
reasons. It could be a spike in testosterone. It could be a drop in something else. It could be, first of all, feelings are, this is 100% fact, chemical reactions. So if you have a feeling of pure fucking annihilating hatred, you have a chemical imbalance or need to fucking chill out for a second. It's just fucking chemicals.
Do you believe in free will?
I don't know. There's
don't know.
neurological study that shows that we don't have free choice. And there's also studies that it seems as though we do have free will. So I don't know.
Would you say you're a relativist or?
I don't know. I'm completely
Fair enough.
ignorant. I have no reason to have a justified stance on any of it. I do not believe things unless there is a justification for it.
Fair enough. Do you have any other topics to explore? None come to my mind at the moment.
That's it. There's no evidence for God.
You want me to try providing some evidence? Evidence.
Go for it.
I mean, you sort of set the stage strangely though, because of course we don't say there's evidence. I would say. I mean, some people
Many
would say
do.
there is.
The majority do. The majority of them say, look at the trees. How could a tree appear if there is no God? How did life come about? How did humans come about?
Well, where do you think the universal laws came from?
The universe. The laws are descriptions of the universe.
Yeah, okay, but they are ordered, so that order must.
It is
must,
the universe. It was not caused by anything. It is how energy works. Congratulations, there's
universe-
nothing magical. The universe has always existed. Energy cannot be created. That's the first law of thermodynamics proven through the law of conservation of energy.
So you think that the universe has no beginning?
Time has a beginning. The universe does not. Energy cannot be created. If you want to prove that it can, go for it.
So do you believe in the Big Bang or?
Well, of course. We know for a fact that it exists, same as we know germs exist. It is a
Or you
scientific theory.
believe that time began at the Big Bang, but the universe preceded it.
It all happened in an instant, brother.
But did something precede it? Did the energy precede it, or?
I don't know.
So it.
I know
did
energy
begin.
can't be created. There was a hot, dense state that expanded.
So energy can't be created. So the energy was there before the Big Bang.
The energy has always existed. Whether that is
Okay.
prior to the Big Bang, sure. There are
Okay.
theories based in plausible physics and plausible mathematics that showcase quantum fluctuations in quantum fields, which is basically the closest thing to nothingness that we have, where the emergence of quarks and whatnot can come from. That's a possibility. But I don't know. If I don't know, I don't know. But saying that a magical sky unicorn did it is completely fucking stupid.
Well, nothing. I mean, I would say that saying that nothing did it, no mind did it, is even worse.
You don't have
I
to
mean,
have a mind for it. It's a physical thing happening.
Well, but I know. But I mean, what about the primum mobile, the first cause? Well, what's it caused by?
Energy causes all fucking things. Everything
Yeah,
is
but what
contingent on the
created
universe.
Energy?
What created God? See? You can't use this logic on your own belief, can you?
I can.
Oh yeah,
because
use it.
God-
What created God?
Well, God is.
There you go. Energy is, it cannot be created, demonstrated
Yes, but-
through the first law of thermodynamics and law of conservation of energy. I have evidence for my claim. Where's your evidence?
I would say that if we both operate logically, I would say that
You don't.
what's more likely, that energy is or that God is?
The evidence justifies the existence of
mean,
energy. Energy
which of those?
conservation never goes up or down. It cannot be created. So it is more likely, 100% likely, that energy. That's a stupid argument. There is
Well,
zero evidence for God. There is all the evidence for energy.
In that case, I would say you worship energy then.
If you
and
want to say
energy
that,
is
go
your
for it. I
God.
don't worship anything. If you, the closest thing that we will ever have to a God is the universe. Yes. Spinoza's God. Einstein said it best. It is the
I've never
most
heard of-
beautiful, magnificent thing in the universe. It is the universe.
So I haven't heard this line of thinking before, that energy precedes the Big Bang and therefore it's kind of
Well, the Big Bang is the
creative force.
expansion of the universe, which already existed in a hot, dense state. So yes, energy was there. The Big Bang, we are currently in the Big Bang. The universe is currently expanding. There was a hot, dense state, and 13.8 billion years ago, that hot, dense state expanded. The hot, dense state is made of energy, radiation. This is how we know the Big Bang Theory to be true, is
So-
cosmic background radiation.
Okay, I'll ask you something else. Okay, I have an answer to you now. So God, if God is, of course, God can, because he has a mind and a will, he can
Prove it.
change the qualities of the universe. Energy, of course, does not have a mind or a will. So if it is extant eternally, it can't change itself. So what caused the beginning of the Big Bang?
Dark energy. Because energy
Okay, but
cannot be
that's
created or
another thing
destroyed, but it
without-
can transform.
Okay, but what would cause the transformation if it's an eternal
I don't know.
thing that's unchanging? Well, that's a problem for you, I think.
No, it's not.
I think it is.
Oh, yeah? I have evidence that there was a hot, dense state. Do you have evidence there's a God? I don't know
No, but
is
did
not
you-
fucking
did you pick up
terrifying.
on what I was saying there, I thought that was quite a good argument.
It was a shit argument. I don't know
Why-
something.
can I repeat it
Congratulations.
in
Where's
case you-
God?
You're just insulting me, man. I'm
Yes,
not here
absolutely.
to-
You're indoctrinated wholeheartedly and trying to spread indoctrination. I'm going to insult your intelligence because you have none. So again, energy cannot be created. Prove it can be. Prove God exists. Just because I don't know absolutely every fundamental law of physics and how it works, where it came from, why it does what it does yet, doesn't dictate a fucking God. That's called the God of the gaps logical fallacy. Again, there's no such thing as a logically sound argument for God. It's all 100% illogical and stupid.
All right, so slow down, man. You know, I'm not here to.
I'm not going
to-
fast. I'm sorry you're having a hard time keeping up. So again, demonstrate that God exists and demonstrate that he created the fucking universe. It's quite
It's
simple.
just a lot of ad hominem, man. I
Ad
would
hominem
like to-
fallacy is to say that you are wrong because you are dumb. I'm not doing that. I'm saying you're dumb, explaining why you're dumb, and then you're crying like a bitch instead of explaining why you're not dumb.
Jesus, man. I mean, dude, I just came on to have a conversation.
No, you came on to sound like this. Now, stop crying and provide evidence for God.
Well, if you let me repeat what I said,
I'm going to
before,
kick
I
you
thought
if
it
you
was
don't
quite-
stop crying like a bitch and provide evidence for your God.
I would like to repeat what I said before. Will you give me the space to do that?
I will give you one more time that you're allowed to repeat the same fucking claim that I've already fucking demolished.
It's not. I think it was good logic. My logic
Nope,
was that.
Not at all. Because you have
Will
no
let me say
evidence.
it, or
There's no
are you
evidence
just
for
gonna
God.
Keep speaking over me? It sounds like someone that is afraid of this logic.
Did I say I'm scared of it, or did I say it's annoying when you repeat it? So go on ahead and
Your
repeat the
actions
same thing
dictate that
again.
you must be, because you,
You
keep
sound like-
speaking over me.
Your actions are fucking pivot and avoidance. You're the one scared. Prove
No,
your
I'm
fucking
trying
God.
To, I'm trying to give my argument.
Shut
and you
up.
keep talking
Stop
over
whining
me.
like a bitch and fucking prove your God.
I'm trying to, but you keep.
No, you
speaking
keep.
over-
You're whining. Okay, fuck off. Sorry, that was so goddamn annoying.
I was wondering how long you were going to tolerate
Jesus Christ.
First time I've seen Cody go off in a while now.
Just
that.
fucking.
I was trying to explain to Jaden that this, like, especially before you started recording and started your YouTube, this was like in every like 5 minutes.
Yeah, where the fuck is this at, bro? You gotta keep this shit up. Fuck. Oh, we'll get rid of people so fast.
That finally over.
It is over.
Good.
I try and be a little bit more calm now so that the talks last longer, so I can get more content.
And also so you don't
Yeah.
get taken down.
Oh, also I've been banned a countless amount of times, so
Well, yeah, I don't even know what I'm doing to people at this point, but I'm getting some fucking hate for no reason. Listen, I guess somebody, I don't know if you saw my message in the Discord. Somebody had created a
totally forgot Discord
account
was a
with,
thing.
huh?
I totally forgot that Discord was a thing. Sorry.
oh
But
yeah, someone made up
somebody
your
had
account.
It got taken down, but I guess they were going around following people that I knew and sending them links and posting videos claiming to be me. And they had my old profile picture, and I have no idea who did it. But yeah, I guess some way, shape, or form, people are on my ass now for no reason.
Yep,
You
shit
just-
happens.
you just
Welcome
gotta
to the
hit
internet.
Random haters for no reason.
Well, you're also an atheist.
Yeah.
Show me a man with no enemies, and I'll show you a man that's been a coward his whole life.
That's
Nice.
a good quote.
I like that. I like that.
Unless that guy is
you
the
know-
most delightful person and everyone likes him.
No, even the most delightful person will have people that don't like them.
No,
Yeah,
I'm talking about, like,
I don't
the
think
most
I've been that
delightful
mean
Well,
since
we
I
have a
started
caller
doing
over
this.
here on TikTok. I will let you guys take this one over. Who wants to go first?
Right.
I vote Johnny.
All right.
Bet, Johnny,
Well-
you are up.
Right. Johnny's a friendly.
Oh, you said be friendly? Hey, how are you doing?
Hi,
Sorry,
I'm
the
good.
phone.
How are you?
Doing all right. Are you over the age of 18?
Yes, I am.
All right. What God do you believe in, or do you believe in a God?
So, I believe I'm a Muslim, but I'm not really here to debate one on one. I just want to ask some questions and understand the whole argument for there's no evidence for a God, therefore you shouldn't believe. I do think that it's unfair in a way, because if God has like proved very like crucial evidence to say, okay, I am real, worship me, don't you think that kind of defeats the point of religion and God's test in both the Quran and the Bible?
Not at all.
But if he gave sufficient evidence, then many people of the like almost everyone would believe.
If there was sufficient evidence for unicorns, I would believe in unicorns.
I would believe in God and I still wouldn't follow him. Adam and Eve could
Yeah.
still sin with 100% walking in the garden physically with God, and they still did something against him. So whether or not we know for an absolute objective fact that he is here doesn't change whether we're going to listen. So no, that's just a that's what
Sure,
we called
but
an apologetic.
Right, but it defeats the whole point.
No, it
in
doesn't.
But in God's test, it says, "Believe in me," and you're supposed to.
That's his own damn fault. He's the all-powerful one, ain't he?
Sorry about that.
Yeah, you're fine. But at the end of the day, like, there's why would he create the situation where it's necessary to test, and two, why would he set it up so that you can fail that test?
Yeah. If he's an
Well,
all
that's the
good
whole
God
point of a
that
fail.
wants to.
That's the whole point of a test.
If it's
But
an
he's
all good
all-knowing.
God, he wouldn't want you to fail.
Yeah, so you totally skipped over the first part of the question. If he was truly like a good creator, or all-knowing, or all-capable, or triomni, why would he create something with the ability to fail? That sounds pretty malicious to me.
Well, good point. That's really all. That was my only question. I wanted to hear you guys' take on it. Thank you for bringing me up.
Oh, it's no problem. Thank
so
you for
much.
being respectful.
Of course, thank you. Me too.
Well, to add on to a little perspective here, because none of you guys said this, which really surprised me here. If the Bible is an accurate representation of any god, like it doesn't even have to be specifically Yahweh. Sure,
So-
I'd believe it, but I'd never worship it.
So she said she was Muslim, so like
Oh, I didn't hear that.
Yeah.
Oh damn! I didn't. If I only I heard that, I was gonna ask her about why Muhammad was with a 6-year-old. Yeah. Damn it.
Yeah, so that is gonna get you absolutely nowhere.
Yeah.
Um,
No. But
just
sometimes it's fun.
well, and so that alone, like people not defending it, what at all. I don't like it, and I have a history of being very counter that religion, but it's cultural difference what's acceptable and what's normal in one culture and religion can be completely contrary to another, and ultimately, like, any Abrahamic god is just as bad as the other, whether it's the Jewish faith, whether it's the Christian faith, whether it's Muslims or Islam. Like, they're all predicated on the God of Abraham, so they all have the same problems.
I mean, I know it's not. I mean, that's not always my goal to try and, you know, it's not always my
Oh,
goal.
what happened to her?
I'm kind of. Oh, she just had a
Just
question
had
on
one
if.
question, and
Yeah. I mean, just for me, I'm kind of always in that state where, when it comes to topics like this, where I want to hammer it into them, I don't. I'm getting used to having the patience of trying to lure them in, trying to kind of like bait them to question themselves, but I'm just not used to that yet. I have to get
well,
used to that.
so your approach to it, I would say, is going to get you in more trouble than what it'll help. It's let them trip themselves up. Me and Cody do it all the time. It's either they start making a incorrect statement and we'll immediately correct it and force the issue on that, or we'll provide counterpoints. We're never, like, the burden of proof isn't on us, so we should never be taking the initiating action.
Well, yes. It's very. It depends on exactly what I'm talking about. I talk about like a I talk about a lot of stuff. Like, I honestly rarely talk about if God is real or not.
Yeah.
It's that normal conversations when I'm over here on Cody's panel. It just depends on the conversation. If I know it doesn't work for people. Sometimes I'll do the whole slow them into it morally. The thing for me is that the people that I deal with, they realize it too quick for me to set up the trap. They're too fast for it for me to really do anything with it.
So
And there's definitely been people over here on Cody's the same thing, where they're just too fast to realize you're doing that.
so are you a big reader? Like, are you okay with doing, like, background research and furthering your
Mm-hmm.
skill? Okay, so a book I would recommend that you read, not for the application. Like, don't use that. It makes you not a good person if you use it. But to understand kind of like the underlying behavioral traits and cognitive routes, it's a book called Dark Psychology. And basically it so the basis of the book is like addressing manipulators.
I do have 2 callers over on YouTube.
Okay, yeah, go ahead.
So first up, we're going to get in Larry, and Lindsay, you'll be next up. Let's get you in here, Larry. Larry, if you're going ahead and
Just real quick as well. I'm gonna be posting a YouTube video here
Yeah, are you
soon,
able to hear me?
hopefully.
yeah, one sec, Larry. Sorry. Yeah, go on ahead and post it in the Discord, brother. All right, Larry, how you doing?
Doing pretty good. How are you?
Doing all right, man. You over the age of 18?
What's that?
You're over the age of 18, correct?
I am.
Awesome. Which religion do you follow?
I'm a Catholic.
Okay, got you. Cool. Why? What you got for me?
Well, I guess I would just reject your outright premise. You're making a statement based off knowledge, and you have no grounding for logic or reason.
Hey, just real quick, Alex Kyle went down in the comments. He's an ex-Catholic. He's
Does he?
really good at
Sorry, one
dealing
sec.
with Catholics.
Jay.
I have to. I'm sorry.
All right. Yeah, Larry. Logic is grounded in axiomatic principles. Prove God.
Yeah. What axiomatic principles are those?
Things exist. That's an axiom.
Well, I mean, you can't prove that things exist.
Yeah, I can. Here you are. It's proven. All
but I mean-
demonstration shows that it does exist, and no evidence justifies the belief that it does not exist. It is the evidence of itself, which is the definition of self-evident. You don't know what axioms are. I'm sorry. That's okay. What evidence do you have for God,
Oh,
though?
I guess I must not. So the world could have been created 2 minutes ago with the appearance of age.
There's no evidence
You
to
can't
believe in
prove
that, no
otherwise.
justification. So why would I believe in that? See, the burden isn't on me, it's on you. You're the one with the claim that a unicorn made you, so you have to prove it.
Right. But you're granting yourself logic and reason.
Based
and
in
you're also granting
axioms,
yourself-
things exist, and there's all
Yeah,
justification to believe
okay.
in that. There's no justification to believe otherwise. So again, stop trying to burden shift. It's fucking pathetic. I do this for a living. What evidence do you have for your God, and why should I justifiably believe in it?
Well, I mean, evidence also requires uniformity in nature, right? So how do you solve the problem of induction?
What problem?
Well, I mean, you're the one that's talking
Provide
about
the problem.
axioms, right? You know what the issue is with the problem of induction, right?
Nope.
That the past would be like the future.
Not always, but yeah, sometimes.
Well, it's the only way you can do science, right? You have to presuppose that the past is going to be like the future.
Not necessarily, actually. Science is
Or that the
about trying to
future's gonna
prove
be like
things
the past.
wrong.
Right, but you have to presuppose
Induction.
logic
That's
and
why it's a
reasoning.
problem of induction. Sometimes it's not accurate, which also inductive reasoning is not supposed to be the most accurate form of reasoning. So again, stop burden shifting and prove why I should believe in God. You don't even understand logic and you're trying to argue it. It's completely annoying. Why should I believe in God? Give me something to work with. I can say this. Check this out, Larry. I know nothing about anything. Prove God. I know nothing about... Oh, he ran. What the fuck? They both left? Did the stream crash?
That audio from YouTube was very
Yeah, it
terrible.
was like
It was
very bad,
shit.
Mike.
Yeah, they both
yeah, Jed, you're
callers
completely right,
fell
it was
off.
shit.
If you guys want to re-request up, go for it. I don't know why it kicked you off. Lindsay came up first, so I'll probably get Lindsay up unless Larry. I'll get Lindsay up first, and then if Larry comes back, we'll get him next.
Yeah, and if anybody on TikTok wants to request up and
Discuss
has questions
evolution.
or have something to discuss, more than welcome
Yeah.
to request up.
Yeah, you guys can request on TikTok, and once the YouTube call is over, we'll swap over to TikTok. All right, Lindsay, hello.
Hi, how are you?
Doing all right. Yourself?
I'm doing okay. Yeah.
Wonderful. You're over the age of 18?
Yes, I'm 41.
All right. Which religion do you follow? Ah, shit. I think we lost him again. What the hell is up with that? What?
Which software are you using to do the YouTube calls?
It's just VOD Ninja.
Can you hear me?
Yes, there you are.
Okay. Yeah, I'm sorry. I have terrible coverage in my apartment. Like I'm in the middle of the building.
Okay, you're fine.
I forgot what
Yeah,
I didn't hear what
which
you said.
religion do you follow?
Oh, I'm Christian.
Okay, gotcha. Why are you and why should I be?
Just a little short, like 2 sentence background. I was raised Christian, like from the first things I can remember, like getting read stories, going to church. Not that fun. I was Christian for like 30 years. And then I didn't believe for 10, and I've been Christian again for less than a year. I also work in science.
Which? Oh, I lost you again. Darn it. Damn it. She dropped again. I'm gonna have to get a another
is
system.
that like a common like oversimplification for those kinds of fields?
What? I
'Cause
work in science?
Yeah.
Yeah. It could be
Okay.
who knows what kind of science. Is she a geologist? Is she a data scientist? Does she do stellometry? There's so much fucking science.
Well, so like somebody asked me what I do, I don't say law enforcement.
Right.
I get pretty specific. It's hey, I psychological analysis and counter occultism. Like So
Such a
And-
fucking mouthful.
yeah, well, the thing like law enforcement is a lot smaller field than the science community, and just about all law enforcement, like, they default being specific about what they do.
Well, you know, science has such weight to it. When you say science, everyone's going to immediately subconsciously think about scientific method, brute fact, logic, testing, repeatability, falsifiability, all this stuff. So when you say scientist, it's like a
Yeah, but there's a big difference between a biologist and a chemist.
very much so, but they want to sound like they know what they're talking about.
So it's an appeal to authority.
Yep.
Gotcha.
Yep. She is back, so we're gonna try again with Lindsay. I apologize, guys. Give me a
It's an
second.
appeal to evidence, Cody. Appeal
Appeal
to
to-
evidence presented from the, not appeal to authority.
They're trying to make themselves seem like a higher authority, though.
Yeah, that would be an appeal to authority.
I was thinking. I thought I was hearing someone talking about scientists. How you
Yeah,
saying that-
we were talking about like someone that comes in and they're like a meteorologist, for instance, and when they're
Oh, yeah.
debating on God, they're like, "Yeah, I'm a scientist." It's like you're not a
Yeah.
biologist or anything; you're just a meteorologist. So, but they're saying scientist. But we're
Yeah,
gonna
like,
ask her now.
You can't be vague as a scientist, especially if you're talking about.
Yeah.
Are meteorologists actual scientists?
God
though?
damn it!
Yeah,
Yes.
they
First of all,
absolutely are.
okay, I'm getting her on the call now. You fucking troglodytes. Hello, Lindsay. I'm glad you're back. We are going to try this
and
again.
I wouldn't consider myself a scientist. I don't do research. I work in
Yeah,
the
what kind?
laboratory. I do micro work. I'm a cog in the wheel. I'm a lab tech.
Okay, yeah,
But,
no, still,
but-
yeah.
But like,
Fuck! Don't go! Damn it!
Well, I mean, we do have somebody requesting over
Do
here
we?
on TikTok.
Son of a bitch.
Yeah.
Okay, Lindsay, if you are genuinely interested in this conversation, come find us on TikTok. It is still going to be evidence first and request up. Maybe the connection will be better. Test that out. Make your name Lindsay or type in chat that you're Lindsay and we'll get you up. We're going to go on ahead and move on to the TikTok though. All right. Yeah, go on ahead and it's Accolade.
Is this somebody you know, Cody?
Possibly.
What's up, Accolade?
Hey, what's up? You know what's
Hey.
weird?
Just got a couple questions for you beforehand.
Go ahead.
Are you over 18?
Oh man, God, yeah.
All right.
I wish I was
And
18.
are you a theist? Do you believe in a god? Which god do you believe?
Oh man, I looked up my actual thing. They say that I'm a panentheist.
Panentheist, yes.
Yeah, I was like, damn, what the hell is that? But yeah, I described my beliefs and it said okay. So, but yeah, this is crazy because like, you know, I'm in agreement with evidence first, of course, but it's like, why? Like evidence first. Do you have a like a partner or a significant other that you're probably with?
Who?
Like you have like a girlfriend or a wife or anything?
Nope.
Okay, when you do, she's gonna be a God believer. Like it's mad crazy, bro. This world.
No.
Yeah, no. I mean,
No,
I'm
you're not.
I
You're not planning to.
date.
Correct.
I do date,
Correct.
and no, I do not date theists.
Correct. But when you like someone, it's just like weird. Like, why is my girl a freaking theist? Like, life is weird like that.
Because your receptors of intelligence are off.
No, but
Yeah.
I'm saying like she's really fine. Like,
That just
It's
seems
just
like
crazy, you know?
I
your
mean,
partner
that's-
selection has a
and
lot to
she
do
knows
with
I
it.
don't believe, and I know that she believes. But you know,
Yeah.
I just like. I
I've tried it,
respect but-
doesn't work.
Yeah.
I'm too
Right? It's crazy.
too hardcore.
That's what
Yeah.
we call with your lower head and not your upper head.
Yeah, you got two heads.
Yeah.
Use the correct one.
Yeah. You have two heads and one brain.
I like that
Only
one.
enough blood flow for one of them.
At a time. Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
no,
But
I don't
do
need
wanna-
to.
I might need to equip. I do want evidence first to see something though, because of course, you know, I'm on the factual field. Like I want to be facts factual, and there might be something that. Do you consider God and a creator different evidence?
They're both the same.
They're the same, yeah. The
Well,
definition
a
of
God would be a
That's-
creator, but a creator doesn't necessarily have to be a god.
so
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Yeah.
when you talk about uppercase G in classical theism, that is a all-powerful triomni creator
Yeah.
of the universe.
Yeah.
When you talk about lowercase g gods like Odin, etc., they're not necessarily creators; they're divine agents.
Yeah, so I'm thinking of lowercase c creator because I have another friend named Jeff, and of course,
My name's Jeff.
he sees the Bible to be, God is false. But he says that if there was a creator that didn't get involved with his creation and didn't intercede or do anything, he just created it and was be, that's the God or creator we cannot disprove.
So it's
And I
called
kinda agree with
deism,
him on that.
and I can.
Okay, I like that. Okay. So that's
if you
go
can't
ahead, my bad.
disprove it,
Yeah.
So there's positively disproving and there's negatively disproving. If you can only negatively disprove it, you can't prove it either.
Yeah. Okay. This is the interesting thing. This is the thing, because I know evidence is like, bro, I need facts or tangible evidence. So this is the weird shit. I'm not saying it's true, but I'm saying this is following a pattern of, weird. All right, you got your computer ready, like Google ready, or I got the screenshot for it. I got the screenshot for it. Let me go put it up. I'll bring it up.
What?
Because I want you to get prepared for this evidence.
Yeah. What are you looking up? I'll look it up.
Yeah,
Let's see
so
if I have this.
we don't allow people to use their cameras.
Oh, okay, I
just
got you.
because
I'll let evidence.
Yeah, I've had whole booty holes on this camera before.
Yeah, let's not do that. Okay, is the fast typer up here? I seen him earlier this morning. Your friend, the fast typer?
Eh? Oh,
You had a
Ravis.
friend-
Yeah, no,
yeah,
he's not
Ravis.
out right now. He's asleep.
All right, type this in Google. Here it goes. So this is very interesting. Does a terrarium require a mind behind it?
What the fuck?
I told you. I had to go slow.
Look at what Jared said.
I had to go slow.
You want to repeat that one
Go
more
ahead.
time?
I want to know if
Does a
terrarium
terrarium require a mind?
behind
Okay, I'm going to explain this one, guys. Let me have this one. If you want to add into it, go for it. Okay, this is along the same line of a fucking computer code having evidence of someone generating the code. Yes, a terrarium requires a fucking mind to create it because it is a man fucking made thing and it doesn't get found in nature. There's no evidence of anything creating our terrarium, if you want to call it a terrarium, so there's no justification to believe that there's a creator.
Now, this is the weird shit. It says it requires a mind, which I 100% agree with.
Yes, a terrarium is a bunch of metal and glass and mesh
Correct.
created by humans, so yes, it requires a mind. No,
Correct.
a rock does not require a mind for a rock to form.
No, you're good on the terrarium. Now we're gonna go just one step further. This is gonna get weird now. Watch. I'm not saying nothing's true now. I'm just saying this is a weird argument. Here we go. So, is a terrarium a closed system, or
No.
is a terrarium an open system? There you go.
Depends on the type of terrarium.
It depends, brother. We are in a closed universe, yes.
I like that. Can you?
We are in a closed system.
Definition
Alright.
of a terrarium, it is a
Yep.
closed system.
I like
Well,
that.
no.
Yes.
Terrarium
What
closed
drugs are you on?
No, you gotta listen. Listen. It's a closed system for what? For matter or for everything?
It's
For
not a
what you
closed system.
put in it.
I'd say most terrariums that I interact with
Yeah.
aren't closed systems because, like I say, like I have my
Correct.
Python in a terrarium. I
Correct.
add to that system by
Lem-
giving a rat every 2 weeks.
Correct.
Literally.
closed system
So
for
here's the
matter,
thing.
correct.
Pause. The terrarium argument is a false equivocation fallacy when it comes to a God argument because A, the universe ain't a goddamn fucking terrarium.
All right, now watch this. This is the weird shit, bro. Here it goes.
You said
This
that
is
about
like
the
some
last
big
two,
ones. I know, here
motherfucker.
it goes. I'm gonna make this big. Is
Let
the
the
Earth an
closed
open
system
system or a closed
Closed.
system?
No, the
Correct.
Earth? No.
Yes,
The universe
yes,
is closed.
Correct, but the Earth. Correct.
This is an open system.
You said no. I like that.
No,
Correct.
Earth
You
is
said
open, universe is
Correct.
closed.
Correct. Now go type in Google. Is Earth a open system?
Oh my
There you
god, dude.
Because you're all about evidence, and that's why I like you. Your evidence
Earth
works.
is- Earth is-
This is not the gotcha you think it is, my brother in
No,
Christ.
No, it's not.
Okay.
I'm not even trying to get you. I'm trying to bring
Okay.
up a thing that someone might bring up. That's all.
The Earth
It's
is
been
is
brought
not
up.
a closed system. The Earth itself is not a closed system. It gets asteroids. It gets radiation from the
I
sun.
know, but did you look it up?
it
He's
gets
gonna look it up.
sunlight.
Look, it's
Yeah,
freaking
but
nuts, bro. I'm trying to tell you, it's nuts. Read it. Read it. Watch this. I hear you, Welsh.
I'm going to bring up scienceinsights.org. We're going to bring up
You know, it's an open system.
University of Vermont.
Cody, have you talked to Christ before Jesus?
Yes. He is daddy.
This is just trolling a bit in the comments.
Yeah, I know.
Whoa, what do you mean? Y'all both don't believe that Christ was real. What the heck? How is he trolling? You guys should be friends. That's my good friend right there.
He's a good friend. Wow, why is
Yeah,
that
of
sideways?
course.
Yes, I think we all know.
Yeah,
I
okay.
think we're all
UV.
More,
fair
more
friends with
specifically,
him.
because he said Hostface Sickly was behind local Denny's.
Oh, he's taking on the
That had me die.
Y'all gotta let the screen.
That's why I had to mute
The
up.
host is good to take it, man. That's a good to take it.
Like,
Okay,
I
so
don't think the
Or-
Earth exists.
weighing for the.
there's
for the left.
multiple things coming up. So what I'm going to do right here is I'm bringing up all of them for both closed and open, and I'm going to provide the argument for
Okay.
both, okay?
Okay.
Because it's not a gotcha to the degree that you think it is.
Hell no, not a gotcha. No. I'm not even trying to get you, my boy. I'm
Okay.
not trying to get you. I'm
So-
just trying to bring up.
Earth is best described as an open system for energy and a closed system for matter, meaning it exchanges energy with its surroundings but has negligible matter exchange. So it's
Correct.
both.
Absolutely correct. I agree.
The
Now,
oh God, you're gonna keep
we're
going.
gonna, keep on reading, my brother. Keep on reading.
No, I was gonna
Keep on
say
reading.
something else. Go for it. God damn it.
Okay, this is the weird shit.
Who's got the?
Type
I
in-
need some fucking.
Whiskey! He read that. He read it. He read it. He read it perfectly. Now here goes the second thing. Is a terrarium an open or closed system? And that's the last one. When you Google it, watch this.
It can be both.
Oh my goodness, this is fucking nuts. We just read the Earth one. Now here it goes. He's gonna pull it up, and the other guy is kind of.
It's a closed system.
Are you high, brother?
For matter.
No. I
Is-
mean,
is it
matter
safe
is
to
inside
close?
of it. Yeah.
And then it's open for energy once again.
No. A terrarium is generally considered a closed system when it is sealed with a lid or a glass top that traps moisture inside, but in practice, most terrariums are semi-closed. The closed, it
Yeah.
just means that
Yeah.
there is or is not something in or outside of it
Yes.
that can come in and out.
Yeah,
I
like,
mean, the things that I was gonna pull up, I know we can't allow to pull up, but when
No.
I was gonna pull it up, it had the same exact description of the Earth. And I'm not saying no one wins or wrongs. I'm just saying that
Yeah.
shit is weird.
They're pretty fucking
What's
similar.
called research bias.
well,
Correct. It's just like
I actually
that shit is weird. It comes up like that on Google. That's all. I just thought that
What
was
was
interesting.
your point for all of
The
this?
point is that terrarium and the terrarium and the Earth, they're making it like the same, and it's
no.
like okay, terrarium is
No.
a solid, you know, dome over it.
both terrariums and the
And the
Earth are
Earth-
generally not most of the time.
They're
Of course,
not
there's
the
no
same.
dome
The
over the
Earth
Earth.
is not a
but-
closed system. The Earth.
How many drugs are you
um,
on, and can you name them all on one hand?
Welsh.
Seriously.
He just said the Earth was closed for matter only. That's it.
I would disagree with that. Meteorites.
Okay, I hear you, but I just wanted him to read it. I'm not saying no
That's
one's wrong.
valid
but that
as
was
fuck,
weird.
actually. He just defeated
Ain't
the,
Yeah,
Me-
isn't that shit
me
crazy?
too.
You defeated the what? The Google search, right?
It's evident. Dude, Google is a search engine. Do you know what a search
know.
engine is?
It's not the law. I get it, but it's just weird that the shit says that as the scientific consensus. But Welsh
It
just
didn't
said,
say that as scientific consensus.
yeah, it says that it's a closed system for matter, and only a little bit of matter passes through. Is negligible. Yeah.
What is the
Oh, yeah,
fucking
the
point, my
the
brother
The point is
in
that
is
the point is that the
elevation?
I'm saying the scientific consensus that pulls up on that Google should be incorrect, and Welsh defeated it with the asteroids. I'm just saying that is
Well, but
interesting.
that-
That shit
I
Why
comes
is
up
that
It's
interesting?
so
How
minimal.
fucking high are you?
because the terrarium is being compared to the Earth.
Yeah, duh. We're humans and make things in accordance with observations of things we know do work. No
I know,
shit.
but domes are not natural. Domes are not natural. They're man-made or a mind behind.
Domes are natural. Your goddamn house, dude. Holy fuck.
No,
Igloos?
that's made. Houses are made. Igloos are made. What are you talking about?
Yeah, so are terrariums.
nature terrariums are not natural. That's not nature made.
Duh!
Come on
That's
now,
not
come on now.
insane.
Evidence. That's not nature made. That's a man made.
Duh!
Correct. So why is the Earth being compared to something man made if it's not? That's
Because you Googled a comparison!
Like, Alclade, also, we're agreeing with you. I think Cody just might have misspoke on the house part.
I want to know what drugs he's on.
This is
Yeah,
evidence. This is
seriously.
factual evidence that we're talking about here. You pulled it up. It comes up. We disagree with it. Welsh did a good example of breaking it down. Why is it coming up on the computer like that? That's not good.
Dude, how high are you?
Google is a
Seriously,
search
legit
engine,
question.
not a resource.
Correct. So
Hold on,
Google
everybody,
tells
everybody.
lies.
Nope.
Google tells lies.
No.
No,
Just
you-
ask
What the
Google
fuck
is
do you think
incorrect.
Google is?
Google just supplies you for what you ask for. If it's lying, it's because you asked
Yeah.
either
Di-
a wrong
Is
question
it
but I'm
Google
saying-
or
AI?
just a
'Cause Google
dumb
AI,
question.
'cause like all LLMs, is biased
Yeah,
to
evidence.
you.
Evidence typed it. Like he typed it in a good way to pull it up. So I don't know. He just typed it and it comes up.
Okay,
That's the comparison.
serious question for you though.
Yeah,
Serious
go ahead.
question. Are you high?
No, bro. No.
That's a flat out
Yeah.
fucking
Mental
lie.
disorder.
I
That's a
don't
lie,
drink, I
bro.
don't do drugs, and I don't smoke, of course.
Bullshit.
I'm pretty sure evidence doesn't do any of those three either.
I do.
Sure.
Yeah, you'd be
What?
wrong.
Which one do you do? Which one?
I dabble.
Dabble? Oh, okay. I don't do that. Yeah, I don't do that.
No, not dab.
don't see the meth
Jesus
pipe
Christ.
in the background?
I said dabble. Again,
Yeah,
you
dabbing
sound
is-
high as fuck, bro.
Yeah.
I'm not high.
Yeah,
I'm not
brother.
high.
Look, he heard
I
that
just
and
wanted
his
to make
mind
sure that I
automatically
bring
went,
up
"Let's
an
go
argument
get
that
higher."
That might have came up from a believer, and I just wanted you to be aware of it and tackle it. That's all.
Yeah,
The-
I can tackle.
Yeah,
that.
we
It's
we
very
got
easy
it
to
in the
tackle.
bag, brother. Thank
so
you
the-
for the help.
Yeah, so the fact is terrariums are mind dependent, but the Earth is being described as one, and I don't want a believer saying that
The
that's
Earth is not.
No,
being
it's not
described
being
in
described as
terrarium.
mind dependent. The fuck?
We know how the Earth.
yeah, because
forms
in the I know
naturally.
you read the Bible, you know that the firmament, all that
Yeah,
bullshit.
that's
Right.
bullshit.
Yeah, so that's what they would compare that shit to. Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the thing, the firmament isn't real,
Well, correct. But when
so
you
it doesn't matter.
no, when you break shit down like air pressure, it needs a container. Gas needs a
Gravity.
container.
you believe
Oh my
in
God.
firmament?
Do you know what the ozone layer is, my G?
Yes,
Not
it's
the ozone layer.
gases.
No, do you know
Made
what
up of
gravity
gases,
is?
correct.
Alclay?
Gravity
Do you-
cannot contain gas as a container.
Can. It
Oh my
literally can.
God.
Okay,
Called
so
gravity.
if I bring you to my barbecue and I tell you bring me some propane, can you bring it with me with gravity containing the propane, or do you need a tank?
If you had a
Contain
dense
propane.
enough
The
mass,
tank
yes.
is using gravity to contain it.
No, the tank is the container, Johnny. Come on now.
Okay,
Johnny.
if you had a big enough,
You got
if you had a
fucking
dense
two
enough
brain
source of
cells
gravity,
fighting for third.
yes.
All right, hold on.
Okay,
Evidence. Oh my God.
pause.
Yeah, pause.
Accolade. You are
Go ahead,
not
go
the
ahead.
dumbest person in the world, but fucking
course not.
pray on your hands and knees that the dumbest person doesn't die tomorrow. Please, for your God, pray that
I
does
do
not happen.
not pray. What are you talking about, bro? Bro,
Okay,
they
Alclay.
just said that you don't need a container for gas. That's all I heard. That's insane right there, evidence. And evidence could agree with me, yet all gases need a container. That's how we have pressure.
Right, Alclay. The container is gravity.
No, gravity is not a container.
I'm gonna get
Gravity
that. I'm gonna
pulls
get a clip
things
of that.
towards it. Also,
Gravity
a
is not in
physical
the gas
container.
formula. Guys, gravity is not in the gas formula. You don't see G in the gas formula, bro.
What do you mean the gas
But
formula?
if you close up the gas formula, you don't see
Alclay,
little G
Alclay,
in there. That's what I'm trying to tell you guys. You guys
Alclay,
cannot- That's a
Alclay,
religion. Gravity
Alclay,
is a religion that you guys
Alclay,
are kind of claiming.
Alclay.
Whoa. The
Yes,
fuck
correct.
did you just say about gravity?
Okay, I'm gonna
Cody,
say it clear. If
No,
gravity
Alclay, you
exists,
just
we
shut up
should be
real
able
quick.
to isolate it.
Alclay,
If
Alclay,
gravity
just shut
exists,
up real quick. Alclay, for something to be affected by gravity, it must have mass. Do molecules have mass? Yes or no, Alclay? You can unmute.
you
Do
gotta click the
molecules have
mic button,
mass?
bud.
Pre- I'm gonna invite you
Has
to
to be high.
Dude, he's stoned.
Gotta be. He heard
Okay.
dabble and thought
I'm
dab.
just saying, Welsh, can we isolate gravity as an independent variable in
Alclay.
the
You didn't
laboratory?
listen to him at
Alcalay.
all.
Do molecules have mass? Do air molecules have mass?
Of course, molecules have
That
gases,
means
mass.
they are affected by gravity.
No, gravity does not affect, brother. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Like, you didn't know that?
Gravity.
You didn't know that.
In the
Live
sphere of
Accolade,
influence of
accolade.
gravity.
What do you think E equals MC squared is?
That's
E
not
equals MC squared is a religion on a piece of paper.
okay. Alclay, I'm just gonna kick you.
Religion.
Albert Einstein was insane.
I'm just gonna kick him.
Is
I'm just gonna kick him. I thought that we were like he was just being a bit nonsensical.
What were you about to tack me on with E equals MC squared?
He said that Albert Einstein was an insane man. I'm like,
Huh?
he was pretty smart. That's what he was saying.
That was
You think that he was
accolade.
insane?
smart, but he also was not sane.
Yeah, I asked
He was
him
not
what he
sane,
thinks
no,
E
but
equals
he
MC
was,
squared
he was
is.
a very smart man. Like I admit, yeah, he was quite cuckoo. But
That's what
he
science
also,
does to you, bro.
Well-
Being smart comes at the
I-
cost of losing it.
Dude, I'm so fucking tempted to actually go get some fucking beer after that.
I'm
That'd be-
sipping on a thing of Buffalo Trace right now. That
Yeah.
hurt.
I'm gonna continue my move.
Cody,
All
did
right,
you
well, I gotta
hear,
get going, you guys.
Yeah, you have a good
Hope
one.
you have a great rest of your life.
Did you hear my sound effect in the background?
I did not.
You made a face when I did it.
I haven't had a crazy person like that in a fat minute.
Yeah, that was rough. That
I don't have any whiskey. I'm debating if I want to go to the store or not, but I'm trying to. I'm planning on going to buy a car
what
tomorrow.
irritates me?
What?
His vote counts for the same as mine does.
Oh, God damn it! Don't fucking tell me that. Jesus fucking.
Like, occasionally I'll have a little bit of optimism, and then shit like that just flushes it.
Oh, fuck. That was rough. Sorry.
Yeah, bark for me.
I got Lindsay back on YouTube. Also, W, did you purposefully request? Okay, well, they're off now.
Wubble up a dub dub.
All right, I'm gonna get.
All right, I'm gonna head
W
out,
in.
Cody.
Okay, you have a good one, brother. W, are you there? I don't. You're unmuted. I'm gonna have to move on to Lindsay. I'm sorry. Lindsay, round 3. Oh, that's my bad. There you are. Try again.
So I don't know what you guys heard because I was just yapping with my screen timed out like black.
We didn't hear anything. It
Aw.
cut off to, I don't even remember the last thing we said.
So is the question like, why am I Christian? Or it's like
yeah,
God's not real or proof God, something like that.
Pretty much.
I don't know. I was Christian for 30 years and it was not a good experience. Had a lot of bad experiences with, I don't know, especially Christians. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is.
I don't think that's a good idea to
and-
not believe in any belief.
And then I didn't believe for 10 years, like my whole 30s. And then I've been Christian again for less than a year. And, it's not logical.
Nope.
It's not something like a science-minded person, like actual evidence, real evidence, something. It's not something you can test and stuff like that. But it's a personal experience. And I think it is just personal because I know for sure the 30 years that I was a Christian, I'm not going to say I wasn't saved or anybody else wasn't like saved coming from, just speaking from a Christian point of view, but I wasn't doing it right. Like I didn't even know God. I didn't have a relationship. I didn't prioritize him. I was just doing all the stuff. But this time it's just weird. I don't know how to explain it. It's just like the Bible. If you want to like open it up and look at it and you're not a Christian, it's not, it doesn't make sense. It's illogical. Lots of stuff looks bad, but I don't know. I don't know. Maybe you have an opinion or an experience similar. I don't know.
You sound like you're still questioning.
Absolutely not. I just understand where people come from.
I understand it as well, but it doesn't make it true.
No, you don't. I mean, you don't have to believe it, but again, it's not something that's provable. Um, and again, I don't. I'm not saying never, but I don't think people would start with the Bible. For me, I don't know why does it always have to be like people have to be in these like very desperate situations
Because if that God
and
is real, he's a maniacal dick.
well, it's like what I've told people because I don't know because I know he's very real and he's very good and his overall plan for my life is good, but I'm also a servant of his and I love him so much more than anything else I've ever loved in my life that I want to do what he wants me to do down here. Not that he can't do stuff without me, but like in general, I just tell people if you really mean it, like just tell Christ, I want to know you. And if you really mean it, like things will happen, but you don't have to. But it's like it's just not provable. It has to be this weird personal experience. And for me, it's like he knows exactly what I needed to believe because I didn't believe, dude. I thought I'm not any better than a tree or a dog. I'm gonna die and I'm gonna rot.
Yeah.
Right? That's the logical thing. Like and it so it had to be something very personal. I'm sure other people like it's going to be different from them what makes them change their mind, but yeah, I don't know. I don't have like any proof other than my personal experience, but I completely understand where everyone's coming from. They don't have a lot of good examples either
Yeah, nope, because
of
all
fellow
of those
Christians.
experiences can be explained naturally without a God.
Oh yeah, definitely I was one of those people I want to go like camp in an insane asylum because I don't believe in none of that. Like none of that scares me. Nothing like being alone doesn't scare me. Yeah, most things are explainable.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah,
I don't know why you're a Christian.
I had that personal experience. It's just
And
it's not explainable.
you couldn't explain it naturally.
No,
What if I could?
I know where you're going. I understand. Like I'm definitely very logical. You hear like I hear a bump in a night, or ooh, you didn't get in a car wreck at the right time. It's just like how things work out. Just I understand, but like I'm not going into the details. But for me, like I got exactly what I needed to believe, and I'm not someone who like I wasn't like really a Christian by choice initially. It's just like
Well, beliefs aren't
cultural
choice.
thing, like what we did, and like my whole family works in science. At least all my siblings, so we're all kind of the same. But I just had this personal experience, and it took me about like I don't know. It was weird. It was very weird. It's like he romanced me back to him, and it was not like it was before. Like again, before I was just going to church, I was giving away 10% of my money, and then just being very legalistic with
Yeah,
things.
Joel Osteen
Oh,
loves that.
what was that?
Joel Osteen loves when you do that.
Oh, yeah. I'm most people that ask for your money, you shouldn't give it to them.
Biblically, you're supposed to tithe 10%.
In the New Testament,
Old Testament
it
still
says,
agrees.
yeah, but Christ fulfilled the law, and we're not,
Yep,
you know,
and did
we're
not
not
abolish it.
sprinkling the blood of things
Paul also mentioned
anymore on
after
things.
that.
So not
Yes,
all
you
of the
are.
rules are like exactly what we're doing.
Yes, you are.
Um,
Yes. The law is not abolished. You still have to follow
it's
it.
fulfilled in Christ.
And
The
you still have to
death
follow the
of
laws.
animals, the death of animals was repeatable because it couldn't make things right. Christ said he
that part
fulfilled
was
the law,
fulfilled.
and
Congratulations. You still are not allowed to eat shellfish or mix your fabrics. You're a dirty little sinner.
you didn't read the part about Peter and Acts. Then
You're
the part about
you didn't
food,
read Paul.
So the part about Peter, the dream was to Peter.
You didn't read
In the book
Paul
of
where it
Acts.
says, so should we still sin? No, you still have to follow the law. Jesus also says, if you love me, you will follow the law and obey my commandments.
But
There
listen, let me finish my
hundreds.
sentence.
You're
In Acts,
preaching.
in
So
Acts,
no.
well, you're saying something wrong.
No, you're wrong.
In Acts,
So Jesus said,
in Acts,
so Jesus
in
said,
Acts,
oh,
in Acts,
so you're just one
in
of them asshole bitches. Fuck off. Don't ever come back. You have no power. Jesus said, I did not come to abolish the law. I came to fulfill it. The part of fulfillment was supposedly supposed to be him being the blood sacrifice. That's it. You're still under the law. You still have to obey the law. God damn. I think she legitimately just wanted to preach, like, in total. W, you're unmuted, but I don't think it's... It's not going to work out, W. I don't know what's going on there. Jason, I'll get you on here, man. Hey, Jason, how's it going?
It's going good, man.
Hey, you over the age of
just-
18?
What was that?
You over the age of 18?
Yeah,
All right, which religion do you follow?
Christianity.
Okay, what you got for me, man?
I'm just trying to understand what part of it you don't believe or what.
There's no reason to believe any of it.
Okay. Well, I just start off with, I think the most important part is believing in Jesus and that he's risen.
Why would I believe that?
Because there's evidence with
No, there's
the
not.
Shroud of Turin, like
The Shroud of
anything
Turin
documented in
was
his-
actually 100% absolutely proven to be 1300 CE, and the creator of it, who was a man, said that it was a forgery. So it's literally 100% absolutely
No.
debunked. The Shroud has nothing to do with Jesus.
when they did scientific like data on it, they took a corner that was patched.
They used
And they-
multiple pieces, actually. You've never studied this, and I can tell you again, after it was also retested in 2024 or 2024, I want to
Mhm.
say. And again, it's dated to 1350 BC or CE, which is over 1,000 years after the supposed Jesus. It is 100% a fact that it is made up. Also, again, the person that fucking created it stated that he fucking created it as a forgery. It's a piece
Okay,
of
then
art.
Why would all his disciples go forward?
They didn't.
and-
They didn't exist, dude. It's a story in a book.
All right, that's what you believe, but I mean,
Yeah,
it's the most
provide evidence
documented thing in
otherwise. No, it's
history.
not.
The Bible is not.
No.
It definitely is.
No, it's not. There's no evidence for that.
Every single testimony in there came from a person.
False.
It-
Well, yeah,
you
from
think
a
just-
human
it was
being.
just
But
all
guess
just
what?
made
There's not
up?
a single contemporary witness to Jesus. Not one. Guess who wrote Matthew, Mark, Luke, and
All right,
John?
and all the fibers from the Shroud of
Oh my
Turin,
God, I already answered that. Move on.
and all
So
the-
who wrote Matthew, Mark,
No, no,
Luke,
no,
and
no.
John?
But the pollen samples.
Jason,
there's
it is dated to 1300 CE. And the
Alright.
person that made it admitted to making it. It was discovered in 1300 CE, and it was discovered in 1300 CE, dated to 1300 CE,
Alright.
and the person that made it said he fucking made it. We know
Yeah,
what
and
it's made out of.
that's
We know
one
what it's
source.
made
You gotta
from.
open your
And
mind.
no,
You
it's
gotta
the
explore
sources.
more sources
It's
than
been
one
peer
source.
reviewed, scrutiny tested by all the labs. It was tested by 3 different labs, Harvard, Oxford, and the other one, I can't remember. Okay? It is proven by 3 different labs, multiple peer reviewed scientists. Tested multiple times. That's how science works. You try and prove things wrong.
Exactly, yeah, and they went in and they were shocked because they thought they could knock it out of the park, and
And
they
they
come
did.
out and
It
they
is
prove it wrong, and they
1300
didn't. They couldn't
CE.
figure it out. It was all making sense.
Jason, it is dated to 1300 CE.
Yeah, that's the one part of it that doesn't add up because it was patched. It was repaired.
Jason,
There's
the whole thing is
every
dated
single
to
other part of it.
1300 CE. They used multiple pieces.
Okay, then how do you explain the
Jason,
image
they
on the
did
shroud?
because
How
it's
do you explain
fucking
the-
art. It was
It
drawn
is
and
not
sewn
art. No, you've
on.
done scientific testing with
And we know for a
it's
fact
nuclear
that it is
radiation. It
art.
shows a 3D.
There's no false, incorrect. It is art.
All
It
right,
is
dude.
dated to 1300 CE.
All right. Well, I wish you the best. I think you need to.
That was
do
your
some more
fucking
research,
smoking
but-
gun? You need to do some more research, bud.
No, you do.
I know you do. Fuck off, you fucking arrogant bitch. I need to start saying prick. I'm sorry for saying bitch so much. I'm gonna start saying prick. You arrogant prick. It was the shroud. Yes, and in accordance with the Gospels, it wasn't one fucking blanket put over him. He was wrapped in multiple pieces. That's more proof to debunk the shroud. Troglodytes. That's a good one. That's been rough. All right. Well. Collapse. Welcome back, Unicorn Prophet. Legend. $3K celebration? How are we supposed to have a $3K celebration? What you thinking? And 5 of you got memberships. Everyone W to Collapse for sending 5 memberships. Got W. Got one. Hell yeah. Raven. Z. Welcome in. Got a lot of new members now. Hell yeah. They are absolutely getting bogged down. Feels like they're all getting bogged down in the same few arguments. Bun, I agree wholeheartedly. By the way, Bun has been a member for 3 months. Can we get some W's for Bun on that? I think, Bun, you've been a member since I've had memberships unlocked. Yeah, W, I don't know if you were trying to get on the control room, but it wasn't working. And D for 3 months as well. Hell yeah. Custom emoji and make up a fake god. Well, we got the unicorn god. I just got to get some stickers. I'll get that made. I'll start working on that tonight. We'll get some stickers and emojis going on in the chat for you guys. I don't see why not. If you guys have any ideas, go on ahead and put them in the Discord, and we can probably use those as well. I'll get a I'll get a unicorn one made for sure. We could do some fuck your feelings or something. I don't know. We'll figure it out. I do more, but I just bought a brick, so I'm broke. That's valid as fuck. The rainbow giraffe would approve. I like that as well. That might be a good idea. Still want to make a don't be a Fildo. Don't be a Fildo design. Oh, I do like that. I should make a mug with that too. I think that's a phenomenal idea. Might have to do a mug for that as well. A unicorn background would trigger the snowflakes. Yeah. Slow tier. Yeah, it's funny because I started saying slow tier on accident because I was trying to think of slow boy and low tier at the exact same time, but it works. Slow tier works. I'm not sad about it. I'm also debating very heavily doing some videos about witchcraft as well. Low value. That's valid. I really like the slow tier idea though. Monkey fish. Slow boy backshots cooked. Low tier owned slow boy. And then get one that says cooked by KB, 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 KB. I love slow tier. That's such a good one. Definitely. Actually, I'm going to make a slow tier mug tonight. I think that's a phenomenal idea. I've got my unicorn mug. Not unicorn, holy shit. You weren't supposed to know about that. No, I've got my evidence first mug. That'll be here in a couple of days. I'm excited to share that with you guys. Show it off. Gotta have Blender in there somewhere. They do say that a lot, don't they? Facts over feelings. Yep, we have a evidence first, feelings last mug. Slow boy should be the enemy of the unicorn god, a Satan, if you will. Oh, that's such a good idea. Ooh, I like that. I like that a lot. I'm atheist as well. Been raised a Christian. I was raised as a Christian, yeah, as well. More or less a Messianic Jew. Is Bible seriously your best fucking argument? Spider-Man is real, guys. Spider-Man is real. The book says so. It's right there in the book. It's right there, cool guy. The book says so. Marvel. Spider-Man. Pentagram emoji. Oh my god, yes. Actually, we're going to do that. Yes, 1,000 times yes. Thank you so much for that idea. Yes. I need to get... I'm kind of tempted to get... I kind of want to put this as a necklace, but I also want a pentagram necklace itself. I just don't know what kind of necklace I want specifically, but I definitely want to get... I had a necklace that was like a little cylinder, and I could put stuff in it, so I would like do like little magic notes or whatever, like peace, positivity, success, etc., and roll it up into a little piece of paper, and I could put it inside of this and wear it as a necklace. And it fucking broke. Pentagram wallet. Oh, that's such a good idea too. Oh. Yeah, I can't wait. I'm currently... So, the fucking Jeep broke down again, and I fixed it again, and then today it decided that it wants to try and throw a rod. So tomorrow I'm hoping to go and just get a cheap piece of shit car. I'm broke as shit, so I really shouldn't be buying a car, but I don't want to blow up the Jeep's engine. So I'm hoping I can go tomorrow and get a it's a 2004 Wrangler TJ. So I'm hoping tomorrow to go get like a really cheap Honda Civic. I would much more prefer to have a Prius, but they're expensive as fuck. Then quote the Satanic Bible. God, that's awesome. It is easy to fix, but it's got some it's not rod knock yet, but it's got some knocking going on. Tomorrow I'm gonna swap out the oil and change the spark plugs. I just last week rewired the the fucking connectors. Oh my god, what are they called? The fuel injector connections. I rewired those. Rewired 2 out of 4 of them. It's a 4-cylinder. So I'm hoping just swap out. I also threw in some seafoam the other day, hoping to swap out some spark plugs, and that should hopefully fix the rest of the problems. But it's really old, and I do a lot of driving. I usually drive about 200-300 miles minimum a week, so I need to get like a Honda Civic, maybe I'm not a fan of Toyota, but a Toyota Corolla, something like that. 2015, that's expensive. 2015 Nissan Versa for $3,000. Yeah, used cars have been crazy. I rewired it myself, yes. I hate working on cars. I really hate working on cars. Get a Honda Fit. I've heard nothing but bad things about Honda Fits. I really appreciate that collapse. Yeah. The knocking started getting bad today. I thought it was just regular engine shaking noises because my stability frame for my battery isn't bolted down, so I thought it was just maybe the battery shaking a little bit, but today it started getting loud, and I'm hoping it's not rod knock. It could be. You've heard only good. Interesting. Aren't you a tall guy? Yeah. Yeah, I'm 6'4", so some cars are really annoying to sit in. Toyota Sequoia. Yeah, dude. I'm not a fan of Toyota. Not a fan of Toyota at all. I know they're amazing. Like, I'm not saying they're bad cars. I know that they're amazing cars. I'm just aesthetically not pleased with them. I very much so like Honda. First car ever was a 95 Civic hatchback. And then I fucked around a little bit and I got a Mustang. And then I blew the engine on that. And then I got a Honda Accord. And then I got another Civic hatch. And then I got another Civic hatch. And then I got a Honda Accord, which was the newest car I ever got. I had to like custom order it from Texas. And then that got wrecked by my ex. Wrecked it. So when I got divorced, I had to get a new car, and then ended up broke as shit. So now I'm stuck with getting the shittiest of shitty. How do you blow an engine? I didn't put oil in it. I was young. That's when I was a teenager, and I didn't put oil in it, and I raced it because it was a Mustang. Those are 2 measurements for different things, right? Yeah, nobody made us sit. Nobody made us. I don't know what state you're in, but I could get access to Mannheim and other auctions still. It would be nice, but 72? Holy shit. Pass anything on the road but a gas station. Hey, Simply, how you doing? 72. That's old. Damn. Oh. I'm not saying 72 is old for people. I can find exactly what you want, the price you want. At the price I want, $200. No, yeah. Tomorrow my goal is to go to a buy here, pay here, and do $100 down for the biggest piece of shit that I can find. I'm broke as fuck. Especially because I just put in a ungodly amount of money into the Jeep. do not do. I have no choice. The Jeep is broken, and I have to work. So got no choice. So I figured I'd get like a $1,000 Honda. Yeah, I live. E-bike doesn't work for the type of work that I do. I use my car for work. They got shit cars for at Buy Here Pay Here. They're gonna have a $3,000 Toyota fucking piece of shit. 4-cylinder. Yep. But if I don't get a car tomorrow, I'm kind of fucked. So. Oh my god, yeah, gas is so expensive. The Toyota hybrids, I'm not a fan of early 2000 Toyotas, but yeah, the Toyota hybrids are really nice. Ah! I've thought about a motorcycle, and I can ride, but I have to move shit, so I have to have a car. Honda Fit. You're the second person to say that. Honda Fit. Seriously? Honda Fit? Are you guys kidding me? Honda Fit. Honda Fit reliability. Reliable. Highly reliable. 4 out of 5 rating. 4.5 out of 5. Annual repair cost of $390? And they're all under 10 grand. Holy shit. Used Honda Fit cost. 3 grand. Maybe I'll go get a Honda Fit. 40 miles per gallon. Damn. Yeah, the Jeep gives me 14 miles per gallon. Yeah, the last many months I've gotten like 14 miles per gallon. And I try not to borrow my mom's car because she just bought a brand new Dodge Charger, and I'm like, eh. A what? Used Honda Fit. I have never. Is there one near me? Used Honda Fit for sale. Maybe. 8 grand. Oh, they're all the bad ears though. Well, I wonder what that would cost me monthly. I can afford that. And that's right next to me. I can actually afford that one. It's a 2016. Corolla is better than a Fit. The guys at the collision shop I worked on swore Toyota Corolla was best car to get. I will choose a Honda Civic over a Corolla every day. That's adorable, W. I love that for you. Yep. Yeah. The Jeep is really bad gas, but also I need to replace the fuel pump. It's going bad too. And basically, so I inherited the Jeep, and it hadn't been driven for 5 years, and I just started working on it a couple of months ago. So it's like being worked on from scratch. Yeah, no, the reason that we were given the Jeep is because it was inheritance from family, and I was shit talking Jeeps to them, and everyone else in the family wanted the Jeep. And I was like, dude, Jeeps fucking suck. Why would you buy that? And he was like, you know what? You're the only one that's not trying to get it. It's yours. Yeah, I know. Toyota Corolla. Yep. I don't yet, but I want ducks. Raven. With the $5, here's some money for the AR. What do you do with all those old car batteries? I give them away free of charge. I just, whenever I buy a new battery, I take the old one and you get your money back. It's like here when you buy a battery and you replace it, you just basically get it for free. Odin's been good. He needs to be re-potty trained though. And I haven't got him socialized enough, but there's not a dog park around here, and so need to get him socialized. My mom hates Odin. No, the shops around here have some kind of a deal or something, like with the city or whatever, so it works out. Yeah, whatever you're saying, Six. Yeah, it's been a bit of a debate with my mother about that. I didn't get the joke. I didn't get the joke. I thought it was a joke because it's you. Oh. Oh, that went so far fucking over my head, dude. That landed in the next state over. Odin is extremely sweet, yes. Yeah, Odin is the sweetest. He's also, he's amazing. And I fucking cuddle him every night. Like, we sleep together and he sleeps like a person. And I just fucking spoon him all night. Like, it's adorable. We have a great relationship. But my mom really doesn't fucking like big dogs. And she has a tiny little yapper. And she's like, Cody, get rid of him. Get rid of him. He needs potty trained. And I don't like smelling shit. And she's like, go get a small dog. That's all you need. And it's like, I want a big ass dog or I want a fuck ton of cats. I would prefer cats. I like cats more than dogs. Gotta get bro in the backyard. I do, yes. I have a stake in the ground and I just let him play out there for a few hours a day. And I've got a gravity water tank out there and he just plays around. He's got extreme anxiety. So he is not happy unless he's like on top of me. So like he doesn't go to bed unless I go to bed, for instance. But we rescued him, me and my ex, we rescued him from a rescue shelter, and his previous owner was abusive, clipped his ears and everything. And so he's got some anxiety. 2 cats, 2 dogs. Fucking love cats, dude. Cats are, if you don't like cats, it's because you're the problem. In all honesty, if you don't like cats, you're the problem. If cats don't like you, you're 1,000,000,000% the fucking problem. It's your fault. Cats are God. Like, cats can't do wrong. If a cat likes somebody immediately, I trust that person. If a cat trusts you, I fucking trust you. 16 pet rats, the fuck? I mean, I'm allergic to cats as well, but that ain't gonna fucking stop me. I love cats. Dude, my allergies are so weird. Like, I'm allergic to animals, but after I spend like a month with them, my allergies go away. Oh, to further fucking add. So, the cat in this house, right, was my cat. Yeah, because my mom didn't like her, didn't want her. The cat wouldn't let her my mom pet her. Anyways, so I was gonna take the cat when I moved out. My mom thought it was a good idea to start just letting the cat outside whenever it wanted to go outside. And I was like, Mom, I want to keep the cat. She's going to run away. She's a cat. And she came back once, did it again, She came back a little bit later the next time. Did it again. Came back the next day, the next time. She hasn't been here for about a week now. So I lost my cat. Very pissed about that. I have not lived with my mother since I was 17 or 18. Whew. You forget how much freedom and power you have when you have your own house. God. Another 5, Raven. God damn. What is the difference between a Lamborghini and a dead body? I don't have a Lamborghini in my garage. Okay, Dexter. If you were in Cali, I'd give you my 08 Accord. It was the dispensary cart. Fuck it, I'll make the drive. Okay, just go to the airport and get a flight there. Dead job. Sorry. Sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. CK3, never heard of that. Dead ass though. Yeah, Collapse. You're fucking crazy. I love you. You can fly in the car, Cody. Yeah, that's true. Magic carp, actually. I just need to get a carpet and wish upon a star. A whole new world. Einstein's question: is God bound by the laws of physics? That I don't know. If God exists and it was proven to exist, I don't know. Taking out trash, take a bath. Valid. I'm not going to say the joke. Gotta be a bit of pot somewhere in that car. Dude, actually, when I bought my Mustang, I got pulled over once because I was speeding, because I was fucking a teenager. And there was pot in the fucking car. I didn't even know. The dude I bought it off of left fucking weed in the car. So I pull over. The cops are like, smells like weed, step out. So I step out, and they found a fuck ton of weed. And they were like, this is your car. And I'm like, I just bought it. I swear to God, I just fucking bought it. Oh my God. I could totally dress up as Jasmine. Fuck yeah. I could rock it. Get those hips moving. Hell yeah. Guilty until proven innocent. Pretty fucking much. They did let me go. They took my word for it. I don't know why. I also live in a very, very nice county. A computer accepts a 3.5-inch floppy disk. What? I can smell any drug around me, like cola. I hate it, but love the smell. Oh, man. If I am partaking, I like the smell. If I do not partake, I hate the smell. Did they believe you? Yes. They did eventually just let me go. No ticket, no nothing. Thankfully, the weed, like, distracted them from the speed. So they just didn't give a fuck about the speed after. VeggieTales. Yeah. Of course I know VeggieTales. I grew up in a fucking Christian house. Okay. Guys, we gotta end it. We gotta end it. We gotta end it. And I'm hungry. Archibald. Yeah, I'll hit you up, Collapse. Yeah, we ran out of all the trolls and flat earthers and everything. And lead Christians to knowledge, but can't teach them to think. Facts. All right, guys. I will see you all tomorrow. I appreciate everyone being in here. Thank you to the mods. You guys are absolute fucking legends. Taking care of shit when I'm not even paying attention. You guys know I'd We need a late night Discord chat. You know what? I might hop in Discord, possibly, but gotta end it here. I appreciate you guys all. I will see you guys tomorrow. Adios.